alongside Abid Ibrahim for the all-important toss.
Here we go. We are all set for the big game. Game number 11. It is the time when we'll flip the coin and take the decision. The two teams battling against each other. The vision shipping cutting all loose. No margin of error. They need to win to qualify all the remaining games. Same goes with the team 7 District. So 7 District got Mohammad Haider to lead the side. And to lead the vision shipping, their usual captain, it is Saqib Mahmood. And right in the center, I've got a delightful personality who's been always with us. A lovely, jolly person, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. We are all set and home side is the vision shipping. Let's flip the coin. Heads is the call.
Still it is.
Oh, tail. Saqib, what would you like to do and one? Why?
We will go for the ball first.
Well, tell me the particular reason why do you want to bowl first?
Because if we can see the bowling and batting, we are much better than a batting side, so that's why we will go for the Chiefs.
Okay, now what do you think is a good total?
If I can see the pitch, might be, I think the best total is 170, but we will try to restrict it to 120, 130, 140 maximum.
Any changes to the team?
Same change, there is no changes actually.
Oh, that's good. And now looking positive, no margin of errors, all games you need to win. Any pressure?
Yes, we do have a pressure, but we will go with the normal cricket. As you know that we lost first game, so we have no errors. We need to win all 3 games to get qualified into semi-finals.
Wish you good luck for that, Captain. Haider, what do you think is a good call?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all viewers firstly. We would have bowled first as well had we won the toss, but yeah, 3 matches not won the toss. So yeah, we'll be batting first, and looks like a good wicket. And I believe that you know, anything over 160, 170 is a good total here, because it's a good bat. It looks like a good batting wicket.
Well, your team has come out as a surprise package. You made an upset on a very first game, and now we rely a lot on your team performance. How difficult it is to carry a bunch of new guys. I mean, they play a cricket, but gelling together, how hard it is.
No, absolutely. I mean, look, we're playing this tournament, ICC, for the first time, but we basically have been playing a lot of cricket together, these same bunch of guys. For the last year or so, we've been playing a lot of cricket, so we all know each other, we know each other's games. You know, most of the guys even live together. So, you know, it's like, I mean, yeah, there is pressure, obviously, to continue the same momentum, but I think we're feeling good, and inshallah, we'll try and give it our best today as well.
Well, no doubt your team doing fantastic job and working really hard. I've been watching them day and out. Now, tell me, do you make any changes?
Yeah, absolutely. We made one change. Ajmal is resting, and Shahid Nawaz comes in place of him.
Do well, Captain. Wish you good luck. Thank you. Well, guys, coming back to you guys, the news from the center is the vision shipping won the toss and they will bowl first.
Top stuff there, Abid. So news from the center is that 7 districts, in fact, TVSL have won the toss and elected to bowl. So 7 districts are coming into bat. Let's run through the 2 team lineups for TVSL. Saqib Mahmood, the captain. Jawad Ghani, Waheed Ahmed, Umar Ashad, wicket-keeper. Shehbaz Ali, excellent all-rounder, alongside Sajjad Muluk. Ali Abid, stylish right-hand batter. Nasir Faraz, watch out for him, young, exciting middle-order batter from KPK. Muhammad Nadeem, Fayaz Ahmed and Ikram Janjua in the side.
And for 7 districts, the captain Muhammad Haider, Shehzad Ali, Muhammad Zamir, Muhammad Saghir Afridi, hard-hitting opening batsman, Wahab Hassan, Farman Ali, the wicket-keeper, Naveed Haider, Muhammad Saghir, young all-rounder, Abdul Ghaffar, probably one of the best players in the tournament so far, and giving him company is Muhammad Farooq, another spinning all-rounder, Shahid Nawaz making up the 11.
2 very strong sides. They bat very deep, a lot of all-rounders. It should be a fascinating contest. Right then, we have the 2 openers for 7 districts out there in the middle, all set to go. Should be a very, very entertaining game. 2 closely matched sides. Sajjad Muluk doing some jumping jacks, warming up. Jawad Ghani on the right of your picture. He's one of the vice captains, one of the leaders of the squad of TVSL. Was bowling a bit of his military medium in the first match in their defeat to IGM. But it will be the regular new ball bowler, the captain himself, Saqib Mahmood, taking the responsibility as always.
4 overs, 43 in the first game against IGM. Didn't have a good day in the field, Saqib. He's good with the new ball, swings the ball very late. Military medium.
Yeah, they'll need him to be a lot more accurate than the first match. It's Farman Ali and Shehzad Ali opening the innings for 7 districts. There you can see Farman, 33 runs in the first 2 games. Strike rate is not too bad.
He's been coming in at number 3. So this time opening the batting. A change in the personnel of the 7 districts team.
Yeah, I guess Mohammad Saghir Afridi has gotten a slight demotion. And Shehzad Ali, aka Shezu, very, very powerfully built lad, powerful forearms. He likes to show off those biceps of his. And why not? If you're working that hard in the gym. Let's see. Ringfield on the offside, mid-off, mid-on in the circle. There is a deep third and the usual. In fact, they have a deep point and a deep third. So the leg side fielders are all in the ring. Here we go. Match number 11 of the ICC Academy Cup is underway. Nicely glided down to deep third. Safe way for Farman to get off the mark. Of course, you can live stream all of the ICC Academy Summer Cup action on fan code, CricTracker on YouTube, and of course the ICC Academy Facebook page. Ball by ball coverage alongside us should be fun. Abdur Rahman. Shehzad Ali, there he is, Shezu. 90 strike rate, that's very, very strange for me. There's a 190 missing. Very square on stance and just dug out, squeezed away. He doesn't use his feet a lot, likes to swing from the hip, but he's an effective player in this format.
Yeah, if he gets going, we've seen that he's a bit slow in the power play, which is a challenge for the 7 districts, but when he gets going, that's when he covers up very quickly. And as you said, big shoulders, hits the ball very hard.
Well, that is the trend in T20 cricket these days. The 5th and 6th overs are the ones that are usually the most expensive. Most sides tend to be very watchful. Farman Ali, bottom edge, past the slip fielder. And the deep third immediately in action.
Well, the ICC Academy ovals bring up a different challenge. These fresh wickets, just early in the game, the ball swings a little bit more than the players are used to. Some extra bounce as well. You have to get used to the conditions before you can go hell for leather.
Absolutely. The UAE domestic season has just started after a month and a half's break. So the pitches are fresh. The bowlers and batters still not gotten themselves in the groove just yet. Very full and very straight. Saqib is bowling well tonight.
Well, the fielders right at the edge of the circle from ball 1. Just put a bit of pressure. Don't give that easy single away. Saqib would want to bowl at least 1 or 2 deliveries to the same batsman.
My suggestion would be for the slip fielder to become a gully fielder. Close that gap. Umar Ashad is a very fine wicketkeeper. He can perhaps cover 1.5 slips with his agility. So just close that gap at gully. Don't let them squeeze the ball around. This time Farman Ali steps on the gas, clears the mid-off, and that's the first boundary of the night.
Well, he's had a couple of sighters, Farman. He knows exactly what pace, what swing Saqib is offering, and unleashes that drive over the cover fielders.
Free swing of the arms, nicely timed. And once you clear the inner ring, that slope will aid the ball to hit the fence. This ICC Academy Oval number 2 is on an incline, a very steep incline in fact. So it aids the batters in that sense as well. 8 runs off the first 5 deliveries. Nicely played, but straight to backward point. Steady over from the captain. 8 for none. Well, that is the points table for this group. Pindi boys going 3 wins out of 3. Future Mattress 1 win out of 2. Dubai Devils 1 win out of 2. Valley Boys as well 1 win out of 3. Dubai Gymkhana, well, they're firmly rooted to the bottom spot. 2 losses out of 2. This is in fact the points table of Group A, and we are playing Group B right now. It has TVSL, 7 Districts, Mid East Metals, and Karwan Strikers, who we're waiting for to make the debut in the tournament. Jawad Ghani taking the new ball from the school end, and they'll scamper for one. Good running, and Jawad Ghani is not happy with his fielders.
Yeah, again, some poor fielding in the circle. Shouldn't be a single, especially when he just guided into the hands. I think it was Muhammad Nadeem.
Very casual indeed. Yes, spot on there, Abdurrahman. It was Muhammad Nadeem with the grey cap. Hard-hitting batter. Bowls a bit of left arm spin as well. Certainly they need to be on their toes. 7 District is a very good side. Newly compiled, but already making a lot of waves in the UAE domestic scene. Nicely bowled. Good line and length.
Well, the one thing they have done, 7 Districts, have found players that fit perfectly in their playing 11. Not a lot of opening batsmen as we've seen in some teams. TVSL is a perfect example. I think they have 4 openers in their side.
Yeah, certainly having to adjust. This time he goes straight, just clearing the fielder. That was fingertip stuff.
I think the fielder had long gone. Nasir Faraz misjudged it, came in and then had to jump over. There you can see it was right at the edge of the circle and ran in. Lucky boundary.
Once again looking to play as straight as possible for Farman Ali. And that's what got him the reward. Yeah, Nasir Faraz just thinking about it now. Should I have been on the edge of the 30-yard ring? If only I was a couple of inches taller. If only I could leap like LeBron James. Anything to take that catch. Oh, beats the outside edge. Good response from Jawad Ghani.
We don't want to let Farman Ali get on the front foot. That's the idea. Anything in the slot. And he's going to clear his left leg. Just play through the line.
And of course they're missing their chief strike bowler, Irad Ali, the left arm swing bowler. He usually partners Saqib Mahmood with the new ball. This time just squeezed into the cover point region for one. This is excellent batting.
Well, again for TVSL, very similar in their bowling attack. Jawad Ghani, Saqib, Shahbaz Ali. Not a lot of express pace. So they'll definitely miss Irad.
Yeah, he has that tendency to just go on a tear. If he picks up one, he takes wickets in bunches, 2 or 3. I've seen him do that so many times. Attacking bowler. Oh, beats the outside edge of Shahzad Ali. Decent over from Jawad Ghani. Steady. 14 for none. Well, that's the points table of Group B. Let's talk about it, Abdurrahman.
7 Districts unbeaten. 2-2 for them. Into Grove Marine. Lost their first game. Was a surprise for all of us. But then have made a good comeback. Mid East Metals has lost both the games they've played in. And Vision Shipping as well. Karwan yet to feature in this tournament. And I think you can easily call this group the group of death. All 5 teams capable of qualifying for the semi-finals.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with the IGM losing to 7 Districts. That's really upset the apple cart. And net run rate will certainly be a factor coming in to the crunch stage of the tournament. Saqib continues. Lovely punch there from Farman Ali. There is a long off in place, but how about that off drive?
Yeah, one for the cameras. Definitely keep a clip of that in his mobile phone to send to family and friends.
I'm sure they're already tuned in, watching on Fan Code or CricTracker on YouTube or even the ICC Academy Facebook page. It's been a wonderful tournament. Seen a lot of centuries, big sixes. Yasir Kaleem's shot that landed on the roof of the academy, that was something phenomenal. Squeezed away to point once again. This time, Mohammad Nadeem a lot sharper.
He went to him much quicker. Was never a single on offer. Shehzad just a bit hesitant, poking at that delivery outside off stump.
Yeah, he's just camping deep in his crease. Perhaps change up the length, make him go for a horizontal bat shot. That would surprise him. He's just looking to dab everything to that gully region. Once again, quick single taken. Oh, not a clean pickup from Nadeem.
They seem to be targeting that point fielder. Nadeem, even though he's a left-hander, should be covering a lot more ground than that, but slow off the blocks, Nadeem, and couldn't collect it cleanly.
Well, Saqib Mahmood perhaps needs to change Nadeem, get Nasir Faraz in there. Somebody who's a lot sharper, more alert. This time they've pushed that deep cover fielder back, and there is a wideish long off in place as well. Interesting. So the plan must be to bowl full outside off. Farman Ali spanks it straight to Nadeem once again.
He seems to be everywhere, Nadeem. From point to cover to fine leg, covering a lot of ground.
Well, it's sometimes one of those games. It feels like there's a homing missile on the ball. It follows you everywhere. Maybe that's a good sign for Nadeem with the bat. Who knows? Let's see a big run chase. 175, 180. And him going ballistic, that would be fun to watch.
Well, so far sticking to the plan, Saqib. And as you said, maybe a bit of change-up needed here.
Oh, it's a leading edge. And it drops to the point fielder. Shehbaz Ali makes no mistake. And the captain has struck.
Much straighter this time. Targeting that top of off stump. Farman Ali, poor shot selection. Trying to go leg side. And the change in the point fielder has worked. The ball lands safely into the hands of Shehbaz Ali. 16 for 1 now, 7 districts at the end of 2.5.
Mohammad Saghir Afridi, dashing top order batter. If he gets going tonight, Abdurrahman, we'll have a lot of 4s and 6s indeed.
Well, the one thing he has done is move down to number 3. Was struggling in the first overs. And yes, absolutely. If he gets going, that strike rate and that average will go up very, very quickly.
Yeah, forget about those current numbers now. But he does have the tendency to miss straight ones. He looks to be too expansive. Standing on middle stump right now, so he certainly seems to have adjusted. Saqib Mahmood steaming in. Oh, beats him outside off. That's a Jaffa from the captain of Vision Shipping.
Well, when you're not in form, every ball seems to be a Jaffer. But yes, pitched perfectly, moved away from the batsman. 16 for 1, 7 districts at the end of 3.
Jawad Ghani will continue, and good to see some onlookers witnessing the live cricket right at the edge of that square leg boundary from the academy end. It really is a pleasant venue, feels like a village game in the peak English summer here, somewhere in Hertfordshire or Essex. Wonderfully designed facilities here at the ICC Academy.
If only it was 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, it's a bit sweltering hot these days. We take it around 25, 26 rather than 41, 42. Meanwhile, Jawad Ghani making adjustments to his fielders. Still having a slip in place, being positive. Shehzad Ali on strike. Once again, very watchful. And now the running between the wickets will be tricky here, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, Farman Ali was responding very quickly to that single at point. Saghir Afridi, well, he's not as quick. He's not going to take a single unless and until it's 100%.
Yeah, that's not his strength. Running between the wickets, Saghir. Outside edge, past that fly slip, and it's beat the third man as well for 4.
Well, you called it, Ahmed. That first slip fielder should have been just a bit wide. Had the opportunity, but it raced away to the boundary. Even third man couldn't stop it. That's a lucky 4 for Shehzad Ali.
Very short straight boundaries here at the academy end and the school end. So anything off the edge, it's very difficult to stop. And vision chipping looking to be slightly funky. Now they've got 2 slips in place, but they were very deep. You need to be a lot closer there, Shehbaz Ali. Shehzad Ali, very watchful. Oh, he chases it again and beats him outside off. Good keeping by Umar Arshad.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Umar, easily a fielder and a half, especially covering that first slip area. He's up to the stumps, but even then collected that really well.
Pretty good bowling so far from TVSL. Current run rate just below 6. Once again, this battle outside off stump continues. Perhaps that straighter one homing in on middle and leg as a surprise delivery, Abdul Rahman.
Yeah, they've not tried that against Shehzad at all. There's one thing that you keep beating him outside off stump. But you're right, Ahmed. Try something different. Maybe something starting from middle stump or a bouncer even.
Completely agree. Once again getting behind the line of the wall. Nicely played. And Mohammad Nadeem, you can't keep him out of the game.
Well, this time using his boot first.
Beautiful late evening here in Dubai. Of course, a certain Team India and Virat Kohli playing at the Dubai International, just a few minutes away from us, against Hong Kong in the Asia Cup. Beautiful cut shot there. There is a deep cover in place. Good looking shot from Saghir to get off the mark, and he will retain the strike. 22 for 1. Saqib Mahmood giving himself the third over, and why not? He's been bowling beautifully, getting that late outswing. Saghir Afridi, that was a good looking cut shot to get off the mark. I think he'll definitely look to counter attack here. It's been a slow start to the game. And there he goes. A big shot over cow corner. And all the way for 6.
Well, that's the one thing that the batsmen have not tried. Shahzad and Farman. Saghir Afridi, he knows exactly what was coming. Got a lot of bat on that. Good timing and a lot of power behind it. First maximum of the 7 district inning.
Good old-fashioned hoik there over cow corner. But he timed it so well. Towering 6. And this time blazed over extra cover. It was a half volley and punished.
Well, he's beaten 2 fielders in the deep. There was a deep cover and a wide long off. Just past the cover fielder. It's Nasser Faraz. And again, the height the issue.
Well, it was a gentle half volley and absolutely creamed. Good luck catching that one. 11 off 4 now. Mohammad Saghir Afridi changing the equation and changing the tempo. Once again standing on that middle and off line. And that's a beautiful response. This is a wonderful contest.
Well, I tell you what, that boundary that he hit, he was standing on leg stump. And this time, as you said, just between off and middle, I don't think he takes a guard. Not a lot of batsmen that do that. He's one of them. He doesn't take a lot of time asking where his leg stump or middle stump is. Just plants his feet and starts batting.
Well, wherever feels good, Abdurrahman. It's a game of inches. But so far it's working for him. 11 off 5. Taking the game to TVSL and their opening bowlers. 32 for 1 now. This start looks a lot better. Still have 9 deliveries to go. This time smacked over extra, straight to long off. Sajjad Maluk makes no mistake, and Saqib Mahmood has done the business.
Well, the trap was set. He went over long off, or trying to go over long off instead of the cover area. And he's found the fielder, Saqib. He's enjoyed it. After conceding 10 runs, he's gotten the wicket. 32 for 2 now, 7 districts.
New batter coming in at number 4 for 7 districts is Naveed Haider. And the new commentator coming into the box to join me is the one and only man in white, Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, Khwaja. Spot on you. You got me at the all whites.
Well, I hope you won your case in the Supreme Court. Now you're joining us in the box.
Well, I hope I'm away from that. That making a case here is the vision shipping. Well, they need to win all their remainers. They're making a point here. Naveed Haider coming in now. 2 wickets early in the power play. Must be hurting them. But the captain, it's good to see from the vision striking well.
Yeah, he's bowled beautifully today. Consistent, nagging away. Outside edge and just dropping in front of the slip fielder, Jawad Ghani. He was just standing a bit too deep.
Well, that did not carry courtesy. Not a very express Saqib Mahmood there, and I reckon that slip should have been slightly up considering the pace of Saqib.
Well, I have a question for you here. Abid,
Go
should
on,
he
I
give
am.
himself the 4th over?
But I think since you're picking up the wickets, at least bother about the runs that is costed you. But then if you're a wicket taker, you should continue. You never know the next. We have witnessed remaining all the games. That 4th over goes for every bowler a costly. So I think the momentum and rhythm in your favor, go use it.
Completely agree. This time Played off the back foot. Very watchful indeed, Naveed. He's looking for a start. 32 for 2 after 5. No change in the bowling staff then. Jawad Ghani will also continue. None for 12 in his first 2 overs. Done a pretty good job as well. Oh, once again flashed beyond the slip fielders. It's been a game of cat and mouse behind point there. Oh, and they're going to steal one as well. Very poor keeping from Umar Arshad. I think he lost it in the lights.
Well, he's an exceptional keeper. A small error that could be pardoned, but the momentum and the grip gets away with these singles and easy runs. Now it's an epic situation where you see the TVSL is with 2 slips in.
Steps across, but once again it's those outswingers. He's been beaten outside off quite a few times. And frustrated now, Shehzad Ali.
Well, definitely the moment you play runnable knock or you're over 10, you get frustrated. You look for that big hit. I think it's a perfect time for Jawad to strike. Maybe a slower one would do the trick here.
Yeah, certainly mix it up. Keep Shehzad Ali guessing. Ball on the stumps this time and they'll scamper for one. Good running by Naveed Haider. Was immediately off Nasir Faraz. He could have taken a catch earlier at mid-on, just beyond his fingertips. Very talented player.
Well, I like the approach and the fielding for him. That the young man, what difference he can make in the team. The soon the ball went to the covers, he's shifted and gone for the cover for the keeper. Courtesy him, they saved a single run. That is what you need to be proactive on the field.
It's all about the little things. They add up. You keep doing your processes right. Naveed Haider just very watchful there. Has that big back lift. So he has to be careful with those late outswingers. Watch the ball as closely as possible.
Well, he's yet to get off the mark. I think those 2 wickets putting up 7 district slightly on a back foot. But this has been a brilliant bowling display here.
Once again bowling on the stumps. Looking for one but turned back by Shehzad. Yes, they bowled with a lot of control. Projected scores just around 6 runs per over. 120 odd. And they've taken 2 big wickets as well of Farman and Mohammad Saghir Afridi. So TVSL all over this game currently.
Well, we all know that Shehzad, what he's capable of. The man I'm looking for is Naveed Haider.
Beats him outside off. That's a peach of a delivery from Jawad Ghani. End of the power play, 35 for 2. Well, let's take a look at the highlights of the power play. Then it was Farman Ali with the early aggression. This was a lovely shot over mid-on, but then a leading edge got foxed there by Saqib Mahmood. Genuine outside edge past the slip. Saghir Afridi was looking dangerous. A big 6, then smacked over extra. And then just found the fielder at long off. Exactly, Sajjad Muluk. Straight to his hands. Big mitts, he wasn't going to put it down. So 2 wickets down in the power play for 7 districts. Well, Saqib Mahmood, the captain, is going to bowl out here. He listened to our suggestion. Oh, squeezed away. Good fielding of his own bowling. Good attempt. But that was alert running from Naveed Haider. He was coming to the danger end. And there was no confusion in his mind. He is also desperately looking for some runs in the ICC Academy Summer Cup. Of course, you can live stream all of the action, ball by ball, on fan code, CricTracker on YouTube, and of course the ICC Academy Facebook page as well.
Well, what an opportunity this is, where you can class your skills and you can really show the world what you're up to. I think this is the perfect platform where you knocks and skill counts.
Oh, absolutely. The likes of Wajid Khan, Farhan Babar, Aryan Lakra, all making headlines with outstanding performances. You would want to be one of those as well. Nice looking punch there. There is an offside sweeper now that the power play has expired. But they could have kept him in, built that pressure on Naveed. Instead, they gave away an easy single.
Yeah, I think the moment you see the batter is struggling to get off the mark, you try to play all your attacking tactics, because he wouldn't be looking for the big shot, obviously, because he's taken 6 deliveries to get off the mark. So I'm 100% in agreement with you, Abdul Khwaja.
Certainly something worth thinking about. Longer throughout the tournament. 2 for 22 on the day, Saqib Mahmood. Outside edge, and this time just flicked the gloves of the keeper Omar Arshad. Shehzad Ali living very dangerously outside off stump.
I'm not sure what Saqib is up to, but he's threatening the batters. Look at that. Outswing, still getting the swing. We are on a 7th over, and keeper and the slip fielder couldn't catch to it.
Wonderful effort there. The slip was slightly deep. Omar Arshad flung himself to his right. Did get half a glove on it, but that's certainly a life given to Shehzad Ali. Will he make it count? That is the question.
Well, I think the opportunities do count. You need to avail the opportunity. You need to take the game deep. I think right now you're struggling to get the runs, but this wicket has shown us that if you spend some time on the wicket, you will get the reward for it, just like Wajid Khan, who did on his first game.
Absolutely. Another slip in place now, and this time it was the straighter one, the inducker. Excellent variation from Saqib Mahmood.
Well, I haven't seen him much bowling indica, but this time he surprised all of us. I think probably that's the first delivery coming into the right-hander. Excellent bowling. Saqib, the captain of the division, is on the moon.
Yeah, they're certainly working hard. They want the victory tonight. Disappointing loss to IGM in the first game. And if they can beat 7 districts tonight, that would really open up the group, make it very interesting. With Kahwan Cricket Club yet to step into the fray.
A big team will come with the bang. I'm relying a lot on them to give us some exciting thrills.
Oh, absolutely. The team owner and captain Babar Iqbal has been working very hard in the off-season. He has some surprises up his sleeve for us. Oh, that's hit him on the pad. Big appeal. And the dreaded finger has gone up.
Well, absolutely plump, right in front. He kept on bowling out swingers, and the previous one and this one. One in swing, right in front, and gets the reward. That's the third for the captain. What a spell this has been. A magical spell from Saqib Mahmood.
Outstanding bowling from Saqib Mahmood indeed. Naveed Haider dismissed for 1. 7 districts in all sorts of trouble. 38 for 3. So it's the skipper, Mohammad Haider, coming in. Made 30 odd in his previous match, so he's in good touch. Excellent strike rate. So it's captain v captain. Well, there's only one or two deliveries remaining. One delivery remaining, in fact, in Saqib Mahmood's spell. But he's been absolutely magical tonight. 38 for 3. Oh, that kept a touch low. Got away with that one. If that was straight, Mohammad Haider could have been in trouble. Excellent spell from the Vision shipping captain, Saqib Mahmood. 3 for 23 is 38 for 3. Change in the bowling then. Jawad Ghani will not bowl his fourth. Mohammad Nadeem, left arm spinner, coming on to bowl. Let's see what he can extract from the surface, Abid.
Well, a lot relies on his performance there, Ahmed Khwaja, because what I think is this is very important and crucial over. When the momentum is built, the game is in the grip, you're right at the top. Oh, he started with a beautiful delivery.
Well, Shehzad Ali's struggles outside off still continue. He's just been very scratchy right from ball one. But credit to him, he hasn't given it away just yet. Big inducker there. And Fayaz Ahmed active at mid-wicket.
Well, that would be the last thing. Run out. The team 7 district 1-2. Oh, that's a poor delivery. That was asking for the punishment. Not a good delivery at all.
Well, absolute freebies there from Mohammad Nadeem. Arm ball down the leg side with fine leg up. It beat the fielder and smacked into our com box with a thud.
Oh, yes. Lucky that didn't came flying in.
Yeah, I was diving for cover already behind you. Need you to protect me.
Well, these glasses are very well to protect us. We are safe.
Let's hope so. This time tucked towards square leg. And perhaps this will get Shehzad Ali going. He's finally got a boundary that he meant off the bat.
See, usually when you struggle there, you need one good shot or a one loose delivery when you can get back into the rhythm. So what Shehzad wanted, I think he's got what he was looking for. Now from here, he need to look only forward.
Mohammad Haider, the captain, very tall. Must be about 6'5" or 6'6". Using his big reach to get to the pitch of the ball. Mohammad Nadeem has just raced through his over. Inside edge onto the pad. Another wonderful armour. End of the 8th over. 43 for 3. Well, Saqib Mahmood's spell is done and dusted. It's going to be Ikram Janjua, left arm seamer. coming in from the academy end. Tell us more about him, Abid Ibrahim.
Well, he's an exceptional bowler. I was surprised not to bowl in the power play. Then he's got the swing, he's got the pace, he can deceive you, he can find those nicky edges, he can trouble you. You can see the keeper who's well behind the stumps. There is a reason for it. He's quick enough.
Yeah, very skillful bowler, tailor-made for this format, and a very good addition to the TVSL side. They've recognized they needed a lead pacer without Irad Ali. Oh, nicely flicked by Shahzad, but good fielding and fine leg. That saved a boundary.
Well, I think the team 7 district, all they want is the momentum. They need one big over. Maybe 12 or 15 between there will do the job for them. From there onwards, they can carry through.
Well, the captain is there, right in the heart of the middle order. He needs to recognize the game situation. And Shahzad Ali, 20 of 21. He's been there for a fair while now, struggling to get going. Opening the face of the blade, chance for a run out, but Mohammad Nadeem was standing in close.
Yeah, as we predicted, Ikram right on the money, bowling fantastic. Not giving that extra room or a chance where batter can fancy the chances or open their shoulders. Right now, you see Mohammad Haider who's struggling to get off the mark. We saw earlier Naveed also struggled to get off the mark.
Trying to pull that away off a length. Will be squeezed away for a leg by. And you can see he's bowling in those excellent areas to the right-hand batter, right in their blind spot.
Well, what I have noticed more, that he is relying on the cutters. The final delivery was actually a cutter. So now, if you use these old varieties, there are very healthy chances of you getting wicket any moment.
And they also have Sajjad Malook, tall, fast bowler, very experienced. He also knows how to bowl in these conditions on a supportive wicket. Oh, has that gotten the outside edge? No. Once again, Shahzad Ali flirting outside off.
Sit back, Khwaja. You left your seat exciting. That was certainly a great delivery to excite all of us. Perfect seam position going away from the right-hander.
Yeah, just hit the seam there, nipped off the surface. That's something we've seen throughout the tournament. Very helpful surface for the fast man if they can bowl it in the right channels. And so far he's been absolutely untouchable. Wonderful bowling. Just one run off his 4 deliveries. Consistent and accurate. That's the name of the game for Ikram Janjua. Just like that. Fuller delivery. And they'll take a single to mid-off. Sajjad Malook trying to hit the stumps.
Shahzad Ali. Shazer, who spent enough time in the center. I think he can understand what and how the wicket behaves. Maybe he need to take charge.
Yeah, with the current run rate at 5.2, that's not helping anybody. You need to get in or get out. It's as simple as that. You have the likes of Farooq Mohammed, Abdul Ghaffar, Mohammad Saghir waiting to bat. That's a brilliant over. Just 2 runs off it. 46 for 3 at the end of 9. Well, it's the men in green arriving at the ICC Academy. Team Pakistan coming for their late night practice session. They were here yesterday as well. Of course, they would be disappointed with that loss to their arch rivals India. What a fantastic match that was, Abid.
Yeah, I'm looking for Shahnawaz Dani here. A bit of fan of him.
Well, I can definitely see Hassan Ali on the left of the screen. Shadab Khan right behind him. 2 Islamabad United boys. Asif Ali just got picked in the Big Bash League alongside Shadab for Hobart Hurricanes. Best of luck to them down under. And this time Shahzad Ali, well, at least he's taken a single early. That's the right idea.
And he's now putting the captain in front to get on to the strike. Because what I see is a big difference. The gap between bat and pad whenever Haider tries to bring the bat in front. So that could be the area where he can get through the gate.
Oh, just got his bat down in time. Quick single. Well, those big strides came in handy. And he will get off the mark after 7 deliveries.
What I think is he'll be looking to bowl in. And that's the team in green.
Well, there you can see the kingpin himself, Babar Azam, holding his grey Nichols bat in that red cover. What a player he is. Khushdil Shah, Iftikhar Ahmed, right behind him. Oh, this has been chipped in the air and just short of long on. Well, Shehzad Ali, he's just not finding the middle of his stick. Perhaps he can borrow Babar Azam's.
Well, I think Babar Azam looking excited, maybe want to join us. He was looking at the game very closely.
Oh, definitely. Join us in the comm box, have a chat. Talk to us about his game, his preparation, his processes. Struck on the pad, but that's another slider down leg. They will pick up a leg by. And that will bring up the 50 for 7 districts. But it's taken a very long time indeed, Abid.
Yeah, almost halfway through. Scored 50 runs with 3 wickets down. Not a good sign there. And the captain is struggling to get that. There you go. See
Well, what a lucky young chap getting to meet the Badshah. And smashed over cow corner. Straight to the fielder, Shehzad Ali. Well, his patience finally ran out.
And the man who could really make the difference after putting a lot of show and spending a lot of time in the center has lost his patience and went up aerial route. And the man takes the easy catch in the deep. That's the departure of Shehzad Ali. The struggling inning comes to an end. It's 50 for 4. The new man will be facing straight away, I think. Haven't crossed the left arm against the left-hander. Final delivery of Mohammad Nadeem, who's picked up a wicket. And big shout, that's pitching down the leg side. Got a little excited, but right at the top is the division shipping. They are dominating, certainly. Halfway through, 50 for 4. There you go, the old fox Fayaz Ahmed comes in to bowl, and a senior commentator joining me in is Abdurrahman Tariq. Welcome, Abdurrahman Tariq.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for not calling me an old fox.
Yeah. Oh, nicely batted in front. Yeah, I've been very careful with you, your star, when it comes to the social media. Doesn't want to get into that.
Yeah, all of my 25 followers will find you. They know where you live, Abid.
Well, yeah. 3 of them is sitting here, me and Khwaja. Now, look, coming back to the game here, the Vision Shipping who's on control of this game. What do you think Abdur Rahman, the 7 districts should do?
Well, Mohammad Haider clearly struggling with the bat. 11 deliveries for his 2 runs. Wahab has just walked in and they have so much firepower, but you can't expect Abdul Ghaffar and Farooq to start hitting from ball 1. So somebody has to take a chance here between the two of them, get some quick runs, because against this very strong TVSL batting lineup, you need to get to at least 160, if not more.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Fire it up. Send it out of the rope for 4 runs, 1 bounce.
A good move here, sending the left-hander Wahab Hassan. He'll prefer batting against Fayaz Ahmed and Mohammad Nadeem. Not a lot of variety between the two of them. Mohammad Nadeem just pushing that ball through with the arm. Fayaz slightly slower in the air, just like that. Quick run taken. Is that a run-out chance? Well, the throw was not at the stumps. Jawad Ghani and Fayaz Ahmed having a conversation. And what Jawad was telling him was, why weren't you behind the stumps? He was in.
You at least could have given it a chance for the direct hit as well. Stopping the ball. Lofted, up in the air. Well, certainly the captain Mohammad Haider is struggling to get a boundary there. He haven't found any. And that concludes over number 11, 57 for 4.
Mohammad Nadeem continues from the far end. Another dot ball. Mohammad Haider has faced 13 deliveries, scored just 3 runs, and those projected totals are not looking good. Even at 9 per over, they will get only to 134. They need to push, they need to get to that 160 mark somehow. And for that, they will need Abdul Ghaffar and Mohammad Farooq to get in. Even Mohammad Saghir, the young all-rounder.
I think they have a plenty of talented players who can play the cameo role. That quick 30s will help certainly 7 district. And that was a very good delivery from Mohammad Nadeem. So 2 left armers operating together with Wahab. And don't you think they need one offie?
Short ball. I don't think they have an off spinner. Even Nasir Faraz.
Yeah, I was looking at him.
Yeah, probably he would be one option. But if they've gotten Mohammad Haider under the pressure at the moment, that shouldn't be a problem. Not a lot of boundaries coming. Haider going for that big shot and only getting singles.
Well, Abdurrahman, and there is one more thing that you can add. When you see the right-hander is on a strike, you need to keep him more on strike. You need to stop that single. So let him face more of the deliveries when you have left armers.
Well, even though they've only managed 61 runs, 7 districts, the only complaint Vision Shipping would have is they've given those easy singles, as you said, in the circle. Put some pressure, keep the batsman on strike for as long as possible. Haider in a hurry to get a run, but it was not there. So quick over comes to an end. Just 4 runs coming off it. 61 for 4 now. 7 districts at the end of 12.
Well, looking at that, 3 wickets to the captain. Certainly broke the back of the team 7 district. Steps out, charging. It's difficult to hit Fayaz Ahmed, who loops the ball in the air.
Well, the idea was right. Any bowler that tosses the ball above your eye line, it's very difficult to hit him stationary. You need to use your feet, but you have to get to the pitch of the ball. You just can't blindly run down the track and expect the ball to hit your bat.
Well, that's outside each and gets 1 run there. Well, you're a bit late, Abdurrahman, to drop an advice. That one, I have just hung my boots. Otherwise, I would have definitely taken the note of that.
Well, Abid, I think the public consensus is that you should never remove those boots from wherever you've hung them. In the meanwhile, it was a slot delivery and Mohammad Haider has been waiting for that for the last 5 overs. Finally connects one and sends it packing over long on for a maximum.
Well, all the bottom hand, all the power, drags it outside the park. That was a clean hit and a beautiful one. This goes down the track. Well, he timed it, he waited for it, done the job well. But now that's a good comeback by Fayaz Ahmed. He's an experienced campaigner.
Yeah, I don't expect a lot of tossed up slower deliveries now to Mohammad Haider. He's a tall lad.
Well, at times you come down the track, makes a York himself. I think it would have been an ideal delivery if he would have been stationed where he was.
Yeah, that's the gamble right there as a batsman. How late you leave your crease, how late you charge the bowler, how much time you give him to adjust his pace, his line, his length.
Oh, excellent delivery this one turned in. He was bowling the arm bowls regularly. This one, he tried to bring the ball into the left-hander. Overall, a good over of 9 runs. It's 70 for 4.
Mohammad Nadeem finishing his spell, charges down the wicket. The captain, after a long vigil at the crease, 20 deliveries for him, scoring only 13 runs, has missed the ball completely, and Umar Arshad, well, he'll take those stumpings in his sleep.
Mohammad Haider scoring 13 of 20 deliveries, departs 70 for 5.
Well, a good decision here, sending the left-hander Abdul Ghaffar with 2 left-arm spinners in operation. And Abid, I know it's a bit too early to say this right now, but for me, he is currently the player of the tournament. His exploits with the bat and the ball.
Well, his batting abilities came as a surprise for me when he came at number 4 position in the last season for Future Mattress where he was playing. And what a knock he played there. So he's been... Oh! Hit straight! Downtown 4 runs.
Well, that's what we are talking about. Abdul Ghaffar doesn't need a sighter. First delivery. And he's almost taken the umpire's head off. No chance for the long on or long off fielder to stop that from going for 4.
That was a traceable shot. And not an easy shot to execute when you have just facing the first delivery. Remarkable work there from Abdul Ghaffar. Well, at some point I have to agree with you. Maybe he's got a healthy chance to be a player of the tournament.
Well, 7 districts, 2 wins in 2 games. Will want to win this third one. This is a very tough group. Every result will matter. As Mohammad Nadeem bowls a dot ball. They have IGM, they have Karwan, they have Mid East Metals. A lot of teams here who could still make it into the semi-finals.
Up in the air, and has it taken? Yes, it does. Wahabasan loses his patience and departs. I don't know why he had to do that. So when he just got Abdul Ghaffar in, so the left-hander departs with a very good catch at long off by Ali Abid.
A brilliant catch. The ball always dipping on him. 74 for 6 now, 7 districts as Mohammad Farooq walks in. Well, there's a superstar right there for Sri Lanka. Wainendu Hasaranga standing and watching the game. Maybe admiring that catch from Ali Abid.
Well, no matter what stage you play, no matter where you play, as soon you see the game of cricket is going on around, you have to watch it and you need to understand what is going inside. And that tempts you also to be participating in it.
Well, exactly my thought there, Abid. I'm sure if you ask Hasaranga, would he like to come and bowl a few overs in this game? He wouldn't care who's playing. He'll put his spikes on and come in and roll his arm. That's the love of the game. That's why they're so passionate, these international cricketers. Always learning, always watching.
They work out, they play day and night. That's what they are made for. Well, I think the wicket's been fallen at the regular basis. Now, that brings you over to an end with 5 loss. Well, very famous character there. Farooq Mohammed with the yellow helmet. What a player. Great, talented, young all-rounder to have in the team.
Yeah. Leg spinning all-rounder. Used to vie his trade as an opener. Has moved down the order but has improved his leg spin a long way. And also his fielding. One of the hardest working players in the UAE circuit at the moment.
Well, 100 marks for his fitness. He's super fit. He runs, he drills, he does everything you ask him to do. And I think as an all-rounder, it's a hard job to do and keep both the departments in check, as a batter, as a bowler.
I think as a spinner, slightly more easier compared to being a fast bowler and a batsman, which Abdul Ghaffar is. But yeah, you're right. You have to work on both facets of the game. In T20 cricket especially, they're worth their weight in gold, all-rounders.
Up in the air, that will land safe, just in front of Nasir Faraz. Well, the more you watch the game, now you understand the game has gone beyond. It's gone in the modern day era. So where there used to be a day when you used to have only an off-spinner in the team to make into the 11. Now tell me, as a specialist off-spinner, can you make it into the 11 if you are not Muttaya Muralidharan?
Well, I think that's a very good question. I'm trying to remember a specialist off-spinner that might be in the side. And meanwhile, Farooq has taken a crucial boundary of Jawad Ghani, who was settling in nicely into a rhythm. Flick down the leg side, and he beats the short fine leg fielder. Once that happens, on this lightning outfield, you're always going to get the maximum result.
Yeah, that's also going down the hill as well. That helps the ball.
Well, to answer your question, I can tell you there's a certain off-spinner by the name of Ravichandran Ashwin who can't break into the Indian side as a specialist spinner because they've gone with that all-rounder in Ravi Jadeja and Hardik Pandya. So definitely one specialist spinner is probably the only approach they will take. And a lot of teams go for either a wrist spinner or a left arm spinner in that case.
Well, back in the days, we remember Harbhajan Singh used to play for India as a specialist off spinner. We used to see Saklain Mushtaq from Pakistan used to play. We have Nathan Lyon, he's in the test side though. So as a off spinner specialist, it's a challenge to get in the side. Meanwhile, it's hit and fired up. Gone tracer bullet.
Well, it drilled it. Nobody at cover. Jawad Ghani, full toss to Abdul Ghaffar. That's a dangerous ball because he's in such good form. So the runs have started coming slowly but surely for 7 districts. 87 for 6 with 5 more overs to go. Well, 87 for 6, 7 districts, 5 overs to go. Change in the voices. Abid Ibrahim, after asking that very controversial question, has left me in the company of Ahmed Khwaja. And Ahmed, I'll just pass it on to you now. Specialist off spinner in the side in a T20 game. Do they have a future, or is that now a dying breed?
Well, that's an excellent question, Abdur Rahman and Abid. Thank you for leaving us on such an interesting note. Absolutely, the way the game is trending, they are certainly being made extinct. Can't think anybody outside Nathan Lyon who's doing it at a top level. Everybody else is either bowling mystery spin, wrist spin or left arm spin. Certainly dying out of the game. Oh, that's an excellent bouncer from Shehbaz Ali. A wake-up call there from Mohammad Farooq.
Well, he's coming to bowl his first over. And what a way to get that loosener out of the equation. Short ball to Mohammad Farooq.
Well, the great Shane Keith Vaughan used to say exactly that. Your loosener should be either a block hold Yorker, full effort, or that bouncer, really get your back stretched out. And Shahbaz Ali, well, he believes in that philosophy. Very good bowler, hits the seam, makes the ball misbehave off the deck. Good balanced run up. And Farooq had enough big swipe towards cow corner. And the long on giving chase. Ikram Janjua will clean up. They're going to push for 3. Farooq Moment is a superb athlete. Wonderful running between the wickets.
He's lightning quick. Forced Abdul Ghaffar to go into that 3 because he was running to the danger end. That's good game awareness from Farooq.
And talking about that topic of off spin, I think certainly the last ICC regulations about that 15-degree bending of the arm certainly killed off all those off spinners who were developing that doosra, that other one. So I think it will take time for the trend to correct itself. Eventually, we might get those classical off-break spinners like Nathan Lyon, Graham Swan once again. I remember Dilruwan Pereira of Sri Lanka as well had a lot of success. He was a wonderful bowler. I think it's just a matter of time. Abdul Ghaffar, big swish of the blade, and he'll pick up a boundary towards deep fine leg.
Well, the runs are coming very quickly now. 7 of this over already. They got a couple of boundaries in the last one against Jawad Ghani. Abdul Ghaffar has raced to 14 of 6. And that's exactly what his role is here. If there's anything I would say is that he's come in a little too late.
Yeah, absolutely agree. He should be in at 5, not at 7 or 6. He needs to bat in the upper half of the innings for 7 districts. Their batting is a little light. Big full toss, spanked straight to extra cover. Nasir Faraz, that would have stung the palms.
Oh, unlucky Abdul Ghaffar. An inch either way, and that would have been a boundary. They've got deep cover, but he's more of a point fielder than a regulation deep cover.
Yeah, if that had hit the gap, it would have found the fence. When Abdul Ghaffar hits the ball, it very much stays hit. Big, tall, aggressive fast bowler. Loves to have a tonk. And he's gotten some success as well. Played very well in the first game. Made runs and took wickets. And that's a good delivery from Shahbaz Ali.
Well, just talking about specialist spinners, I think in a T20 game, as you said, the preference is going to be for wrist spin. We've seen India go with Chahal. We've seen Pakistan go with Mohammad Nawaz and Shadab. The left arm and leg spin combination. Both can bat as well.
Yeah, you need to have multiple roles if you want to survive in franchise and T20I cricket these days. You cannot be a one-trick pony. Big hit towards that mid-wicket region. And a big boot out there for Jawad Ghani. Fancy footwork. He'll be starting next week for Man United.
Well, he's done well. He just finished the over. It's a lot of running on the green outfield. 96 for 6 now, 7 districts at the end of 16.
Ikram Janjua continues. Big hit down the ground, long on, just a spectator. That went like an absolute missile.
Oh, very flat, but powerful hit. Didn't get a lot of elevation, but he didn't need it. You can clear that boundary by an inch or by 100 meters. A 6 is a 6.
Well, somebody's been watching the Fast and Furious. 100 up for 7 districts. It's taken a long time. But this man can be the game changer with the bat and especially with the ball. Mohammad Farooq moment. And Ikram Janjua, he's under pressure. He needs to bowl 3 good overs here. Slower delivery, nicely bowled. French cut. But fine leg will clean it up. Saqib Mahmood, the skipper himself out there. How many do you think TVSL would be comfortable chasing?
Well, from the start and that halfway mark score, if they concede more than 150, they will be very disappointed. I don't think it's a very high total with their batting lineup, but it's also about the mindset. You don't want to concede 100 runs in 10 overs and then go in and chase it down.
A very good point there. It's certainly a game of momentum. Sometimes, even though not a good score on, but if you have a good final over, you feel the other side is under pressure. Bowled him! Ikram Janjua gets the huge wicket of Abdul Ghaffar. He's cleaned him up.
The idea was perfect. Slower delivery. That cutter, almost a left-handed leg spinner. And Abdul Ghaffar, well, he was through his shot just before the ball reached him. 16 of 10. A good knock in the circumstances. 103 for 7 now. The 7 districts.
Mohammad Saghir Khan, sparkling, exciting all-rounder, coming in at number 9. That's a massive surprise for me. Look at that strike rate. He hasn't got big runs in the tournament just yet, but that must be because he's batting at number 9. Makes absolutely no sense to me.
The 7 districts team gives a new meaning to the term we bat deep. All their batsmen have come in at 7, 8 and 9. Abdul Ghaffar, Farooq Mohammad and now Mohammad Saghir.
Ikram Janjua with the big wicket. Nicely slashed, but straight to point. He's standing very deep. So they need that momentum. Get up to about 150 as Abdur Rahman suggested. And I think Mohammad Farooq Mohammad has to be the man now.
I expect some good running between the wickets. These 2 youngsters will try to convert 1s into 2s, 2s into 3s in these big ICC oval outfields.
Well, Mohammad Farooq Mohammad will be really glad you called him a youngster. Been around for a very long time in the UAE domestic scene. Wonderful character. Wholehearted cricketer. Big shot over cow corner. It will dip and it will be fielded well. Waheed Ahmed out there. Not particularly elegant but effective and keeps them to 2.
Good fielding. Waheed Ahmed, the brother of Fayaz Ahmed. Total opposites. One is a left-hander, the other one is a right-handed wicket-keeper by trade. But he's done well in the outfield.
Well, that's so common in siblings, isn't it? You want to stand out and he's doing exactly the opposite of his elder brother. You're going to bat left and bowl left. Well, I'll be a righty. Look at me, mom and dad. 106 for 7. Oh, that's an excellent delivery. Has he got a wicket here? Appealing, but nobody seems to be interested. No, it's been given. Yes, outside edge. And Mohammad Farooq is out.
Well, again, that cutter. And a good take by Umar Arshad. There was no appeal, just a celebration. Then, yes, you have to ask the umpire, how is that, Mr. Umpire?
Well, Farooq wasn't meeting their gaze. What a cheeky character he is. 19 of 11 for him, a 4 and a 6. And now 7 districts are in deep trouble. 106 for 8 at the end of 17 overs. Shahbaz Ali into the action once again. And that's a short one, given as one for the over. Well, Saghir is not particularly tall. I think they got away with one there, TVSL. And joining him is Mohammad Zamir Abbasi, left arm spinner. Very important bowler for them. Bowls left arm spin in the power play. Excellent control. Tall for a spinner, but they need runs desperately here. Smacked towards mid-wicket. There is plenty of protection out there. They're going to push for two. No, been turned back, and that was a good decision.
Yeah, it was never two. Right in the hands of Nasir Faraz. And now I think the equation would be 7 districts would at least want to bat out the full 20 overs. Because at this stage, they look in danger of getting all out.
Mohammad Zamir there. 17 runs, decent strike rate, a 4 and 6 to his name. If he can deliver that tonight, 7 districts will be mighty thankful. But TVSL have been on the ball right from the beginning of the innings. The tone was set by the skipper, Saqib Mahmood. Wonderful spell. Good looking punch. Straight to extra. And well, that is the exuberance of youth. You didn't need to have a shy at the stumps there. And Shahbaz Ali explaining exactly that.
With nobody backing up the throw as well. We'll have to see, was that worth taking a shot though? Because a wicket here would have made things very interesting with the last pair batting.
Well, that's a bit of a philosophical debate, isn't it? Was it worth giving that 1 run, or should you play the percentages, play for dots? It depends perhaps on the captain or perhaps your team ethos. So far, TVSL ruling the roost. 108 for 8. Slower delivery. Oh, it's gone through the keeper. And that will be 4 byes. Well, goodness me. Umair Rashid with a rare error behind the stumps.
Well, we've been talking of his wicket keeping. And it dipped on him. That was a poor effort. Very poor from Umar. He sets very high expectations.
Well, he's a chatty catty, Umar Rashid. But he won't be meeting our gaze after the game. He will be very disappointed. I'm mighty surprised to see that fumble as well. A priceless boundary for 7 districts. And as long as this young boy is out there, they'll believe they can get up to 140. Clean striker of the ball. Shahbaz Ali. Steaming in, pacey delivery. And just spliced. That's his ability to hit the deck and get that ball to jump off a length.
And he has a very key role in this side as well. Bowling the last 3 overs in the death on the trot. Doesn't get time to settle in, doesn't bowl a loose over, just comes in and bowls 3. This is the 18th over. You expect him to bowl the last over of the innings as well.
Yeah, it seems like him and Ikram Janjua, there he is on screen. In the background, they'll bowl the death overs. It's a good combination, but it depends on Jawad Ghani and Saqib Mahmood bowling well with the new ball. Good strategy so far from the men in blue and red. Jawad Ghani and Saqib Mahmood with those gentle outswingers tied down 7 districts, and then the spinners came in, Fayaz and Nadeem. Nicely tucked into the leg side. They're going to push for 2 here. Big square outfield. They're running on the throw. Oh, and Shahbaz Ali's missed it. Jawad Ghani with the excellent fielding effort. Exciting over comes to an end. And in fact, there is 1 run short. Good umpiring out there in the middle. So it's going to be 114 for 8. Ikram to continue from the academy end. Oh, it's been hit straight, long off, just in front of him, Sajjad Muluk, just in front of him.
Well, he has taken 2 good catches, Sajjad Muluk. Just a bit late off the blocks.
I'm surprised they didn't use him to bowl today, Sajjad. Very handy, right arm, medium fast. Tall lad hits the deck. But Ikram Janjua, excellent inclusion in the side. Only 2 for 13 on the day. Bowling those difficult overs. And he's an excellent pickup for TVSL to replace Irad Ali.
Well, Sajjad probably bowls in, as you said. If Saqib and Jawad don't get a good spell in, this ball has hit very hard, gone over the dugout, probably landed right next to the Pakistani players. They must be wondering if it's raining the white cricket ball here.
What a hit there from Mohammad Zamir Abbasi, right out of the screws and into oval number 1. Well, that is the issue with Ikram. If he misses his length, he doesn't have the speed to challenge the batters and could get hammered.
120 comes up. They're still about 20 odd runs short of where they should be.
Well, it could be possible. 10 deliveries to go this time. Over the keeper. Another poor delivery from Ikram. And Zamir is cashing in.
Well, that 6 has thrown him off his line. Going for that short delivery. Outside edge. No chance any fielder can stop that once it goes behind the keeper. Short boundary. Right in front of the batsman and behind him.
Well, these are very useful runs indeed for 7 districts. Mohammad Zamir just throwing his bat at everything, and it's coming off so far. Ikram Janjua, not a good over. That's better. In the block hold. Nowhere Zamir can go with that one.
That should always be the fallback delivery after you get hit for a 6. The Yorker honing in on those stumps.
You can see he's sweating profusely out there. It's a humid evening here. Inside edge perhaps, or just off the pads. They'll scamper for a leg by. Been a slightly expensive over. 126 for 8 the score so far. 7 deliveries to go in the game. Oh, just spliced towards that extra cover fielder. They were right on the edge of the ring. And importantly, Sagir has kept the strike. 127 for 8 with 1 over to go. Well, Mohammad Nadeem, 3 for 18 on the day. Excellent spell. Saqib Mahmood, the skipper, with the new ball in the power play, 3 for 23. And Ikram Janjua, 2 for 24. His first game in the side, and he's put on a very good show. Excellent bowling effort so far from TVSL, but it could all go to waste if this final over proves to be expensive. They want to keep the score below 140, perhaps 135, 137. That would do nicely. Who is taking the responsibility? Looks like it's going to be Shehbaz Ali, the experienced all-rounder. Here we go then. Steps away and beautifully bowled by Shehbaz. He saw him move away from the stumps and he bowled it wider.
Well, that's the right thing to do. A lot of bowlers chase the batsman and make that error. Shehbaz Ali on and around that tram line.
Well, that's the value of experience. He could have easily gotten greedy, looked to hit the timber, or like Abdurrahman mentioned, chase the batter. He's like, no, I'll do something that will throw him off completely, bowl it wide of off, go for the dot ball. Excellent bowling from Shahbaz. This time belted hard, belted straight. And that's a beautiful shot from Mohammad Saghir.
Well, Mohammad Saghir moving around in the crease. It was meant to be hit, and he's gone for the straight option, the safer option. A crucial boundary. 130 comes up now.
That was fizzing in the air. You could hear the seam right out of the center of his stick. 9 of 9. And Shahbaz needs to correct his length. Either bowl it very full or very short. Nothing in between. Because he's going to throw the kitchen sink at it. And with those short straight boundaries, you will be in trouble. 4 deliveries to go. Still looking for that respectable target here, 7 districts. It's been a no-show from the batting. Taken on the full, hit hard towards wideish long on. It will be cleaned up by Ikram. They will pick up 2.
Well, they've conceded 83 runs in the last 9.3 overs, TVSL.
Well, I think that's not too bad, considering it's a T20 game. In these high-flying conditions, short straight boundaries, very humid, tough for the bowlers, hard to grip the ball and rip it for the spinners as well. I think TVSL can be mighty proud of their bowling effort, but it all hinges on these last 3 deliveries. You don't want to be chasing anything around 150. Oh, beautiful slowy there from Shahbaz. Wonderful disguise.
Well, after that boundary, he's managed 2 very good deliveries. A slower short ball outside off stump. And Mohammad Saghir couldn't get any bat on it.
Well, there are 3 or 4 high-class all-rounders in the UAE, and he's right up there with them. The likes of Amir Hamza, Umair Ali Khan, Shahbaz Ali. I'd certainly have him up there in that list, alongside the likes of Alishan Sharfu, Rohan Mustafa, Aryan Lakra. Wonderful addition to this TVSL side. It's been hit straight once again, but not out of the middle. It will drop within the 30-yard ring, and they're absolutely scampering for the second. Good running by Zamir, responded to Saghir's call.
Well, they've placed Mohammad Nadeem at long off. And we've seen that ball chase him all day. Waheed Ahmed at short third man. For the last over, you need to have your best fielders in those hot zones. Long off, long on, mid-wicket, square leg. Need to be your quickest.
Well, tonight, with this 80% humidity, everything feels like a hot zone. Even the com box is heating up nicely. Final delivery of the first innings. Mohammad Saghir, 13 of 12. Oh, he's missed it. They're going to scamper for 1. And he will make it there, yeah. So 136 for 8 is the final tally for 7 districts. An excellent disciplined bowling performance by TVSL.
Just 21 runs conceded in his 3-over spell. And 9 in the last over. So it was a good performance in the field by TVSL. They won the toss, elected to field first, and wanted to make sure 7 districts are restricted under 150, and they've done that exactly.
Yeah, I think they can be mighty satisfied with their bowling and fielding efforts. Let's take a look at the batting scorecard for 7D. It was Shahzad Ali with a painful innings, 23 of 26, 12 of 11 for Farman. He was looking dangerous. No real momentum in the middle order. It was only until Abdul Ghaffar and Mohammad Farooq got at the crease that they picked up some 4s and 6s. Only 9 extras conceded as well. And a very good bowling effort from the men in blue and red.
Well, of those 9 extras, I think 6 were byes. So there were no wides or no balls. Saqib Mahmood, the pick of the bowlers as a captain, 3 for 23 on the day. And Mohammad Nadeem, the left-arm spinner, 3 for 18 for him. 2 wickets for Ikram Janjua. Got a few runs in his last over. And Shahbaz Ali didn't pick up a wicket, but bowled really, really well right at the death. 21 in his 3.
Yeah, all of those economy rates looking very good indeed. They worked perfectly as a unit in sync. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first innings then. To TVSL, who won the toss and elected to bowl first. And Farman Ali, well, he was striking the ball well. Lovely lofted shot over extra. And this one pumped down the ground. But then his luck ran out, leading edge straight to point. Saqib Mahmood was on the money. Shehzad Ali played some streaky shots, some genuine outside edges. Saghir Afridi was looking to be aggressive. But then his nature got the best of him. Straight to long off Sajjad Malook with a good catch. And that was plumb in front. Naveed Haider missing the straight one from Saqib. 3 for on the day. Mohammad Adeem started poorly. But then Shehzad Ali picked him up straight to deep cow corner. It was then Wahab Hassan who combined with Mohammad Haider for a slowish partnership. This was the dismissal of the captain of 7 districts. Abdul Ghaffar then came in and stepped on the accelerator, looking to counter-attack the spinners. Nadeem once again in the business. Good catch taken there. Then Mohammad Farooq and Abdul Ghaffar belted the ball hard. Found the boundary a few times, Abdur Rahman. And then eventually, that was a fizzing shot. This was the dismissal of Ghaffar. And then they lost all momentum.
Yeah. And again, have to question the batting setup right there. Should have sent in Abdul Ghaffar and Farooq slightly earlier. Mohammad Saghir finishing it off nicely. 136 for the loss of 8 wickets. The 7 districts. We'll take a short break, and when we come back for the run chase, the Vision Shipping will need 137 in their 20 overs to get the first 2 points on the board. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second innings for this game number 11 between TVSL and 7 districts for the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022 powered by FanCode. If you're just joining us, well, Vision Shipping won the toss, elected to field first, and restricted the 7 districts to 136 in their allotted 20 overs. They will need to chase down 137 to put the first 2 points on the board. 7 districts will want to restrict them under 136 and keep that unbeaten run going. As I'm joined by Abid Ibrahim in the con box to start off this run chase. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Been really excited to see that bowling attack of the Vision Shipping. They really fought well, and that is what is the outcome when you play a fearless cricket. You have nothing to lose. You lose a game, you go home. So this is where you can express yourself, where you can play a brave cricket. Tonight, I've seen the difference that captain put, Saqib Mahmood, in this first spell of him, and he's the one who's walking down the centre alongside Mohammad Nadeem. So of right hand and left hand combination also.
A change in the batting order. Saqib Mahmood picked up 3 wickets. Well, maybe he can get some runs and join us in the post-match presentation. We'll see. 136 though is not going to be easy against this 7 districts bowling lineup. They've dismantled the likes of IGM. They've dismantled the likes of Midis Metal. And they won't be easy. Abdul Ghaffar, left arm fast bowler. Farooq Mohammed, the leggy. Both got man of the matches in the last 2 games.
Yeah, Shahid Nawaz, I think, was marking his run-up. So I think a lot relies on these fast bowlers, Abdul Ghaffar and Shahid. They need to strike early, pick up the wicket, especially Mohammad Nadeem, who can make a difference here. So you never know, the captain is having a perfect day out there in the centre. Could be his day. We saw with the ball, but now it's time with the bat. The only problem is strike rate. Need to work on it.
Yeah, struggled in the last game. Saqib batted the first 10 overs, just couldn't get going. 42 deliveries for his 21. And I'll tell you what, if he can face 42 deliveries in this run chase, he'll probably have a 50 to his name. That's the kind of day he's had.
Looking at the bowling attack of 7 district, well, clearly their strength is bowling. This man, Abdul Ghaffar, with 7 overs and picking up 4 wickets. What a great economy and average. Economy of 7 and the average of 12.5. He can make the impact.
Yeah, that 7.5 economy only because in that game against IGM and BD Metals, right at the end, he got tonked for a few. I expect him to bowl 3 overs on a trot in this game though, because if he can pick up 2 or 3 quick wickets, that will dent the TVSL batting lineup.
It seems that he's been working out on his fitness. He's looking super fit. The more fitter, the better you can deliver. So tonight is the night where it counts. They got already 2 wins. They want to keep the momentum, and winning should be the habit for the team.
Absolutely. Winning is definitely a habit, and you don't want to lose that. Here we go. Start of the run chase. Abdul Ghaffar coming in from the pavilion end. And first delivery, short and quick. And he beats Saqib. Saqib relies a lot on timing. Don't see a lot of bludgeons from him. Tries to place the ball in the gaps.
Yeah, I think the best way for him is to express himself, play his natural game, go for the shots, be least bothered about the wickets. You need a quick start. If you can tong few, the team will get a benefit of it.
Down the leg side, and the TVSL run chase is up and running. First runs on the board are extras.
Now I think Abdurrahman, this line will definitely trouble Saqib Mahmood. We've seen him against Mohammad Amir when he brings the ball in and he's took him out, cleaned him up there. So definitely there is an error. He wouldn't be liking the late swing coming in.
Well, you have just compared Abdul Ghaffar to Mohammad Amir. So I'm a bit stunned. Down the leg side, wide again. No, it has hit some. No, it's given as wide. Jumped to the gun very quickly there. But yes, I understand the point that swinging ball into the pads is what bothers Saqib. Although I saw those spells from Mohammad Amir, I can tell you left-handers, right-handers, somebody just batting to save his life couldn't get anything when Mohammad Amir was in full flow. We had the opportunity of covering a couple of games when he was playing here in the UAE, in the domestic circuit. What a learning experience for all the players.
Well, I think what we have witnessed is something special. Maybe at the international level, even at the league level, you didn't see those visuals where you see Mohammad Amir streaming from one end and the other end is occupied by Imran Tahir.
Yeah, the IGM team, Interglobe Marine, got in some international recruits for the domestic circuit. And in the meantime, Abdul Ghaffar has bowled 3 wides on the trot, and you don't want to do that when you're defending a small total of 136.
Knows was a fast bowler. It takes a lot of efforts to bowl. That pitching outside leg, I think. And Saqib, is it leg bias? So yeah, will remain on duck.
Well, as you said, as a fast bowler, you just want to bowl 6 deliveries and get out of the way. We were talking about fitness, and in these conditions, well, no matter how fit you are as a fast bowler, you lose liquids so quickly. There is always a risk of cramp or fatigue, and that is just compounded by the fact that you bowl extras. This time he's gone outside off stump, and the story continues. It's a wide.
Yeah, erroring in the line. Not a convincing start there from Abdul Ghaffar. That's 5th extra. Yeah. It will be a little bit of a challenge for Abdul Ghaffar to bowl against Mohammad Nadeem. If this man gets going, I think the vision shipping is sorted out.
Well, this time the perfect delivery. Just on and around off stump and coming in to the right-hander. Very lucky to get a bit of bat on that, Mohammad Nadeem. And talking about the TVSL batting lineup, where they have Ali Abid at number 3. Probably one of my favorite right-handers here in the UAE domestic circuit. And they also have Fayaz Ahmed and his brother Waheed Ahmed, both very good batsmen. Sajjad Muluk, devastating hitter right at the bottom. Umar Arshad, very correct technically as a batsman. So they bat very deep.
Oh, cleaned him up, knocked him out. What a delivery. Great ball from Abdul Ghaffar. No answer to it for Mohammad Nadeem.
Well, he's been trying that since ball 1. And this time he has landed it perfectly. Big gap between bat and pad for Mohammad Nadeem. And he has to walk back for a duck. 5 for 1 now TVSL. And this game is setting up nicely. Well, there you can see Ali Abid walking in at number 3. One of the best strikers of the ball. Loves batting against pace in the power play. Hasn't had a good tournament so far. Just the one innings, 6 runs. And if he gets going, TVSL nerves will get settled very quickly because he scores at a brisk pace as well.
Well, I think you were missing him a lot before he comes in. You mentioned about him, and Nadeem, certainly respecting your desires, walked out. Oh, that was unplayable delivery, to be very honest.
Well, again, he's a big appeal. Is there a he's given him? Can you believe that? The umpire has given it out. Ali Abid is shocked.
Whoa. Well, that is now clearly not hitting the bat. There was a noise. I think the umpire got it all wrong. That will be a long walk for the star. Ali Abid, who's gone for the first delivery.
Well, he's still hanging around, but unfortunately the umpire has made his decision. He's pointing at his thigh pad, and he'll be very disappointed. Ali Abid. Did it get some glove before hitting the thigh pad? That was the question. 5 for 2 now TVSL as Nasir Faraz walks in. Well, Nasir Faraz, I'm sure after that fielding effort, wouldn't have thought he'd be walking in the first over. Ali Abid, first ball duck. And it's that man, Abdul Ghaffar. He is making things happen here. Abid Ibrahim.
Well, a long over, but matters the most. Picked up 2 big wickets.
Well, I'm not sure, but I think he is on a hat-trick. There was no wide in between those 2 wickets. Oh, beautiful delivery again. Nasir Faraz has done really well to get back on that.
Well, finally, the over comes to an end. A big man delivers, picked up 2 wickets back to back. Yes, he was certainly on a hat-trick. Missed out on a hat-trick there. It's first go on 6 for 2.
Well, the new recruit for the 7 district side, Shahid Nawaz, coming into bowl. Both Abdul Ghaffar and Shahid Nawaz look very similar in built-in height.
Yeah, tall for the bowler. Oh, he continues where Abdul Ghaffar has left. Wide delivery to start with. Trying to bring the ball in.
Well, we've seen that in the first few games. The fast bowlers who rely a lot on in-swing struggle in the first few overs. The outswingers like Saqib and Jawad Ghani, not a lot of extras.
Saqib certainly surprised me today when he brought 5 deliveries in the third over. That did the trick. He troubled the batters. They were not expecting from him to bring ball in. Oh, cracking shot for 4 runs from Faraz.
Well, he's a youngster. Watch out for him, Nasir Faraz. It was in the slot, meant to be hit. And he goes through the cover region for a boundary that will ease the nerves of the youngster.
It's all matter of few good shots, then your team can have the momentum and the confidence here. Just because of those 2 wickets going down too early, I think the team, the vision shipping is slightly under pressure, but these kind of shots will certainly bring the team back in the contest.
A very long run up for Shahid Nawaz, almost at the edge of that 30-yard circle, outside off stump, beats him. And with that long run up, not a lot of pace behind it just yet, maybe loosening up.
Well, what I have noticed that he's got a very high arm action. So the releasing point of his is a bit too early than you expect. And that ball shapes in, and if it gets all right, you're in trouble.
Well, his action does remind me of Mohammad Zahid, a fast bowler from Pakistan. But he's probably about 40 odd kilometers slower than him.
Oh, got the outside edge. That will run. And done well in the deep by the fielder. He certainly saved a boundary.
Well, just the one slip for him. And a regulation outside edge. That one slip is actually standing very close to what you would call as a 2.5 slip region. Third man doing really well, saving the 4.
Yeah, good efforts with the foot. Now look at the height difference between Farooq Momin and Shahid Nawaz. Yeah, big difference. And that helps as a leggy. Oh, has he got the edge? No. That's a risky move to make against Shahid Nawaz.
Well, he's turning up the heat now. The more he bowls, the quicker he gets. This time, look at where the keeper is collected. And Nasir Faraz. Well, just a rush of blood for the youngster. He's gotten that boundary.
He got a boundary, then since then he's been trying to hit the ball too hard. I think he can afford to take a little time. You just got a boundary and 7 runs in the over. You got 2 more deliveries to go away with.
Well, the required run rate is only 6. And as you said, already have 7. Take your time. Settle in, young lad. 114 deliveries are a lot. Sometimes we underestimate just how much time they have, the T20 batsmen.
They keep on playing the different formats as well now that the shortest format of a 10 overs also chipped in. Now they need to adjust on that format with 10 overs, with 50 overs, 25 overs, then 20 overs. It's really a difficult task for the players, but moreover, they play 20 overs more. That's from the toe end of the bat. Timed it beautifully. Goes for 4.
Well, in between those two swishes, another beautiful cover drive hit the fielder and still raced away for a boundary. That's how well he timed it. End of over number 2. TVSL 17 for the loss of 2 wickets. Abdul Ghaffar continues.
Very difficult delivery. Oh, that's a no ball. That's a free hit to follow. Saqib will get a free go there, where he can swing his willow. And I'm sure that willow is very, very balanced. Saqib, yeah, now you can see him standing long-handled. Yeah, he'll be looking maybe that mid-wicket region or long on. The far wouldn't be bowling at the same areas where he was bowling earlier, I think. Oh, excellent delivery. Peach of a delivery. He saw the batter trying to make a room. That was not the ideal shot to execute on a free hit.
Just moved away. Saqib Mahmood trying to go over point. And Abdul Ghaffar, good change up. Not his traditional in-swinging delivery. This time, the outswinger beating the right-hander. So he's secured the free hit. Dot ball. But they need wickets. The 7 districts bowlers. They need another 2 in the power play to make a game of this. Because as you were saying, Abid, this TVSL lineup bats very deep.
Another no ball. Another drama there. Saqib tried to clear that front leg. Not seeing the ball at all. But getting a free go. No ball. Free hit to follow.
Well, I don't understand that reaction from Abdul Ghaffar. He's putting his foot right on the white line, is saying, was it a no ball? Well, my friend, the idea is to keep your foot behind that white line as much as possible. Take a step back, land your foot behind that white line. No balls and free hits are criminal in this format.
Yeah, you certainly can't afford when you're defending 130 around. Well, that is gone up in the air. Well, that's a free hit. Oh, saved a collusion there. 2 Saghirs.
Well, for some reason, Saghir Afridi wanted to take the catch. It wouldn't have made any difference. So the right thing to do was to let Muhammad Saghir Khan get to it. In the end, as you said, collision avoided. Just a single taken. Very interesting.
Now, the reason is Saqib is trying too hard. And I want to put a note here that, Abdur Rahman, when you see the fast bowlers, when they train, they're least bothered about that popping crease when on their practice, even at the nets. They go express, they go one step ahead. And that what causes the problem here.
Well, that is the wrong approach when you're training. I'll be very honest. As Nasir Faraz faces up to Abdul Ghaffar. And this 7 districts team, we were talking about coaches and coaching in club level. This 7 districts team actually has 2 coaches. They're sitting outside. They're watching everything. In fact, they were training yesterday here in the ICC, the 7 district side. Went through the motions, did a couple of nets. They look like a well-drilled unit. Clearly something to work on. Those front foot no balls, those extras down the leg side.
Well, I've been seeing them practicing day and night. Oh, flicked and goes for 4. What a hit from Nasir Faraz.
Using the pace. That's the way to bat in the power play. Find the gap. Get the timing right. You don't have to hit the ball too hard to get 4. When they're just 2 fielders outside the circle. And even square leg had no chance. Because as we've said a number of times, this ICC Academy Oval outfield is absolutely perfect. Pristine condition. The ball just races over it.
Oh yeah, what a ground to play. What a wicket to execute, to bowl, to bat. This wicket offers you everything. A typical reply of a fast bowler there. I think that 4 cost him because he's been too predictable that he'll be bringing ball in.
Well, there's no harm in being predictable if you can execute the plan. That delivery to Muhammad Nadeem, the perfect example. The idea has to be to start on and around off stump and bring the ball in. If you're starting on middle and leg, it's always going to be an easy shot for the batsman to play.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there, Abdur Rahman Tariq. The final delivery, despite getting hit for boundary, looks decent, but this is Upish and gone into the gap. What a hit!
Well, boundaries on both sides of the wicket for Nasir Faraz. The first one flicked, down to square leg. This one, a beautiful shot over the infield, racing away to that cover boundary. So an expensive over from Abdul Ghaffar comes to an end, and TVSL moving along nicely, 28 for 2 at the end of 3.
Shahid need to hold himself back. And remember back in the days when you get out, you say, I was not ready. So current run rate is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with the required. The problem is 2 early wickets.
Yeah, and they've recovered from that. 5 for 2, now 28 for 3. This is a good partnership already. 23 and 19 of those have come from Nasir Faraz's bat. So good decision to send him in at number 4.
Missing there, only air onto that. Well, you need to back the youngsters. You need to give him an opportunity. This is a perfect time for him to deliver.
Saqib Mahmood, he's not going to die wondering. We've seen him bat in the domestic circuit. You're right, Abid. Just take a single. Let Nasir Faraz come in. You don't want your premier batsman frustrated on the other end when you face dot balls. Just adds on to the pressure, and that makes you do something that you don't want to do.
Well, that tactics nowadays you see with IGM, where Sandy and Hamidullah opens the inning together, where you see Sandy not getting much of a runs because he gets frustrated, where he tries to play his unnatural game when he looks for those singles and let Hamid Khan take the charge.
Well, there's still quite a few big names missing in that IGM side. Asif Lala, Rizwan CP, Basil Hamid, still to come into the playing 11. And that's the role that you're talking about. Asif Lala usually just takes his time, whereas Sandy goes berserk from the other end. Another play and miss for Saqib Mahmood. The frustration continues.
Yeah, that was absolutely on to the money. Just missing the leg stick. Look at the frustration from Shahid Nawaz.
And talking about IGM, well, this is definitely the group of death. IGM, 7 districts, TVSL. And we're yet to see Karwan Strikers, one of the strongest clubs here in the UAE. They will be playing their games right at the end of the round matches.
Oh, that's uppish now. That's clears. That's gone. That's a maximum from Saqib Mahmood.
Well, all of a sudden, from 9 deliveries and 1 run, he's gone for 7 of 10. Shahid Nawaz will be very disappointed. But a good looking shot that. And that's a very, very expensive piece of willow in his hand, I can tell you that for a fact.
Yeah, that. I think it's a worth of a price. Or you need to hold it right. We were talking about the willow. Yeah, you can tongue few from there as well.
Well, I'm sure the other side of that bat is as good as the front face. Oh, he's missed it again. That Yorker, he has missed it. And Shahid Nawaz cannot believe his luck. How close was that, Abid? Oh.
You see the swing in the air from Shahid. He's doing a really hard working to get the captain out. The beautiful delivery. He doesn't like to get hit, and that 6 was just a half attempt. and gone over his head for a maximum.
Well, Saqib Mahmood, all jokes aside, is actually quite a strong man as well. A lot of bottom hand in that hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be testing my arms with him. Solidly built.
Another full delivery. This time a dot ball. It's an eventful over. Just 6 coming off it in the end. That's 6 over long off. 34 for 2 not TVSL at the end of 4 overs. Well, a change in bowling. The fast bowlers get a well-deserved break. And it's Mohammad Zamir, the left-hander, coming into bowl in the power play. Just the 3 wickets to his name so far in the tournament. But a solid economy rate of 7.5. You'll take that when a spinner comes into bowl with just 2 fielders outside the circle.
Oh, what a shot. Beautifully cut between the two. That is gone quick.
Well, he walked in the first game and we had told all our viewers, watch out for this lad. And now he's showing us why. Playing shots all around the park. What a shot to play first up. No sighter needed for Nasir Faraz. He races to 23 of just 12 deliveries. A strike rate of almost 200.
He's got a long way to go. Looking a bright future. Very young and energetic boy. A talented bowler. A batter, pardon me.
Charges down the wicket and checks his shot. Excellent game awareness from Nasir Faraz. You'll see 9 times out of 10 the batsman will just try to play the shot that they're committed to. And you can see the difference in the class. As soon as he knew that ball was out of his range, he just tapped it and has gone to the other end.
I think that was the right thing to do. You just got a boundary. Oh, that's a big shout. That's a big shout. And that was drifting down the leg, I reckon.
Height an issue as well, I think. Slightly short, yeah. Hit almost on the thigh pad. You're not getting that, Mr. Mohammad Zamir.
Have to give a shout out for it. Using a crease pretty well there. Mohammad Zamir, who wants to dart the ball in. That's what you need. 5 runs, 6 runs and over. You can afford to do that as long as you have Nasir Faraz in the other end, who's just playing a perfect knock. So far so good.
Well, seems to be batting on a completely different surface. Nasir Faraz. Saqib Mahmood struggling a little bit. But he's always one shot away, one release shot away from a big score. Saghir Afridi, a square leg, does really well. They don't take a single. So just 5 runs off the over so far, Abid. Even with that first ball boundary, and this is what frustrates the batting side, because when you get a boundary in the first delivery, you have to try and capitalize, make it a big over, try to go for those 8-10 runs.
I don't see any problem with Nasir Faraz. Hit a boundary, Got to the other end. Problem is 4 dot bowls back to back from Saqib. That brings the morale to the end. So 39 for 2 at the end of 5. Well, we have 5 overs past, 39 for 2. And at the very interesting juncture of the game, joining me is Zahmat Khwaja to call this game out. Khwaja, looking excited to see that run chase.
Thank you very much, Abid. Yes, absolutely fascinating contest. 2 early wickets taken by Abdul Ghaffar. Outstanding as always. Left arm tweaker Wahab Hassan coming in from the school end. Current run rate 7.8, required is 6.5. But you do feel this game is on a knife edge. It feels very, very close indeed. Nasir Faraz batting beautifully. Oh, that's a hit me delivery. And misfield at extra. That'll be a priceless boundary. They couldn't concede.
You need a little bit of a luck. That was asking for the punishment. If he would have let it go, that would have been a definitely wide, but he committed to it and got a result as a 4 runs. Nasir Faraz, what a great knock he's playing. 28 of just 14.
It was the captain himself, Mohammad Haider, there at extra. A big guy, 6'5", 6'6". Hard to get down sometimes. That's a lot better. Good length and a touch straighter as well. They need to keep chipping away, pick up those wickets.
And there's no way you can bowl that first delivery the way you bowled.
Oh, beautiful slice and a very good stop at backward point. That saved 4 runs.
Certainly that did. And that's what you need to do as a team unit. You need to hold on to it.
Well, that's the exceptional thing about Nasir. He's very good against spin. Uses his feet. Good on those horizontal bat shots. Just like that. But struggling to pierce the offside ring. They have a lot of men holding him down there.
And now he's struggling to get to the other end. Now he's done a fabulous job. Got a boundary on a very first delivery. All you need to do is take the strike. Get off to the strike. Take a single. He shuffles. He plays it on the onside. And gets a single. It's a little hard work to get a single.
Very good bowling from Wahab as well. He saw him. He's just smiling to him. He saw him shuffling in the crease. Fired it in full and straight. And Nasir had to make that late adjustment. Meanwhile, the captain struggling on 7 of 16. Chipped towards mid-wicket. And he'll keep the strike as well. That will conclude the power play for TVSL. Not a bad one. 45 for 2. Mohammad Zamir Abbasi continues. Left arm spin from the academy end. And now they're just looking to push the 1s and 2s.
Well, Khwaja, there is plenty of options for the spinners. for 7 district. They've got Mohammad Zamir, they've got Wahab Hassan, they've got Farouk Moment.
Yeah, playing 3 frontline spinners, you're spot on. 2 left armers and the leggy, Mohammad Farouk Moment. Nasir Faraz, meanwhile, he holds the key to victory for TVSL. Nicely shuffled in the crease, spanked off the back foot, and that's a beautiful shot to bring up 50 for TVSL.
Well, as we said, look out for this boy. And this boy tonight is delivering. Watch out, he's got a long way to go. No answer to that shot for the fielder. Excellent game this is. Now, perfect run chase. You see a moment, one moment you see that 7 districts are dominating. The next moment, just one boundary brings the vision back in the game.
Lovely late adjustment there, and the timing was sweet. He's raced into the 30s now, to 33 of 19. Zamir will be disappointed with that short of length delivery. Adjustment to the field, but if you drop it short, you will be spanked. He needs to bowl a lot fuller. That's better, and you can see the false shot immediately. Not out of the middle of the stick.
Need to play a controlled shot there. He's on 34 of just 20 deliveries. He's on a verge to make himself count tonight in this run chase. Go on, score a 50 runs. A low scoring game, that's much appreciated. The captain is there with a 50-run strike rate and a good running.
Oh,
there,
excellent
Mike.
stuff there. Good thinking there, good strategy from Saqib Mahmood. Feeding the strike to Nasir Faraz. And they don't want to get bogged down now. The field is spread. You have the opportunity to just nurdle the ball around in the gaps. Big square boundaries here. You can pick up 2 with the ball not even leaving the 30-yard ring. Current run rate is sitting pretty at 7.8. Healthy gap with the required. And Nasir Faraz is batting with a lot of control. 35 of 21. 7 districts need a plan B. They've got both their left arm spinners on. Perhaps think about Mohammad Farouk and his variations. He'll induce a big shot and perhaps uncouple this pair at the crease.
And I think Farouk will have a little challenge ahead of him where the batter's just trying to play him out or take a single on him.
Good looking cut shot from the captain. That's found the gap. And it's racing away down the slope. That's a brilliant shot.
Well, Shahir Afridi giving it all the chase there. It was just timed it and gone. What a beautiful shot. Timing was something special on that. The captain gets 4 runs. 7 gone. 57 for 2.
Well, there you can see the TVSL dugout, all on the sideline, watching eagerly. It's a big match for them, Abid.
Yeah, there are few padded up. On the line, maybe 3 batters.
They all seem to be padded up. Wahab Hassan to continue from the school end, taking a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. Fine leg is in the circle, as is the third. Pretty much standard field for the left arm spinner. Nasir Faraz needs to be careful. You don't want to challenge that leg side boundary.
He's so good at that back foot. Oh, misfield. That'll back up lucky there.
Well, Mohammad Haider is struggling at extra cover. I would suggest go and field as the offside sweeper. That's his second misfield. Every run is precious right now. They need to build pressure on Saqib Mahmood and Nasir Faraz somehow.
And now Saqib is very much comfortable taking those singles at will, where he was struggling earlier.
And with a low run chase of 137, you can afford somebody to play at below 100 strike rate. Just keep wickets in hand, even if you need 10, 12 runs per over in the final few. Very gettable. Nicely bowled. And they're just doing that. Taking the ones and twos, keeping the scoreboard ticking.
I think that's a perfect thing to do. Nasir Faraz this time playing onto the front foot. He's so good on his back foot. And his front foot is also being to exterior. He's very perfect batter to be said that you can play with the front foot and the back foot as well at the same time.
Well, I'm just concerned they're going to play across the line here. Just like that. And he's been cleaned up. The leg stump has been disturbed.
Well, you called it right. An arm delivery. Missing it completely. Going across the line. That was the worry for Khwaja. And that was the end for the captain. He had a brilliant day with the ball. And making 15 of 22. He walks out 60 for 3.
So Wahab Hassan doing the business for 7 districts, getting rid of the opposing captain, Saqib Mahmood. It's Jawad Ghani, another experienced campaigner, coming in at 5. A good man to have in a crisis.
Well, a very well experienced. Was very strong to the onside. If he plays across the line, make sure the ball goes to the distance.
Very good over so far from Wahab. He's mixing it up beautifully. Bowling it quicker, then flatter, then flighting it slower in the air. Challenging the 2 right-handers. Keeping it interesting. And very good fielder off his own bowling. That's a top over. 60 for 3. Well, from 5 for 2, it was a pretty decent stand between Saqib and Nasir Faraz. But now the pressure is once again on the man in red. And this is the man we wanted to see. Mohammad Farooq Moment, the leggy, coming on from the academy end. Very, very important spell here, Abid.
Well, on your demand. Farooq Moment with the average of 16.5, an economy of 8.2. A very impressive bowler.
Yeah, he had a player of the match performance earlier in the tournament. And look at that. Beauty to start. Look at that turn and bounce right off the money.
Very sharp. That just after pitching, hitting the seam area. And that's a perfect wicket-taking delivery to start with.
Well, I'm really enjoying this innings from Nasir Faraz. Seeing a batter use his crease, using his feet against the spinners. It's a treat to watch.
Jawad playing it to the onside. The call is 2. No, that's a bit risky there. Not a clean collect from Farooq. There could
Excellent.
have been a drama.
Excellent fielding at cow corner. Mohammad Saghir Khan, he's a super athlete. You don't want to challenge his arm. And brilliant fielder in the outfield as well. I've seen him take some absolute blinders on the boundary rope. Very fleet of foot as well. Waiting for his spell. Perhaps he'll bowling the death overs, 16 to 20, 12 to 20. Using his pace. Meanwhile, Farooq continues. Nicely cut away. Oh, bit of a misfield at backward point. Just lost his footing there, Wahab Hassan.
Farooq has definitely played some quality cricket. He's participated in Abu Dhabi T10 as well. He's a star player, performed there as well. So you need to watch out an all-rounder like him.
Yeah, he's criminally underrated. Very good leggy. Bats as well. Nicely clipped away off the legs. Jawad Ghani just looking to string together another partnership here with Nasir Faraz. 39 of 25 for Nasir. And now those current run rate and required. They're just about trying to meet each other somewhere. Have a meeting. Have a cup of coffee perhaps. And make this game interesting.
I think you need to pass through the toll before you meet each other. That's a wicket. Only the wicket can bring that current run rate down.
Pulled away towards cow corner. It's a maximum for Nasir Faraz.
Well, it was a maximum. The soon it left the bat. Shorter land delivery. Dipped in. And what a use of the feet. Quick onto the back foot. And goes for a half a dozen. Oh, that was from the inner half of the bat. They're getting a very decent over out of Farooq Mohammad. 11 given. At the end of 9, it's 71 for 3.
Wahab Hassan back into the attack. And this battle between him and Nasir Faraz is truly fascinating to watch. A top left arm spinner and a very accomplished batter against spin.
Well, indeed, he's inching close to his 50. But he need to relax a bit, I think.
Oh, it's an outside edge. Screaming away to the third man boundary, and that would be 50 for young Nasir Faraz. Well played.
Well, excellent execution there. No chance. Well, I love to watch this boy play against the left arm spinners. He's got perfect back foot.
He's really used his crease so well. Excellent timing as well. That was slightly lucky. And he is holding the fort. They're going to push for 2 here. And pick it up easily. Misfield. Oh, Shehzad Ali. And a huge ovation once again. He was actually on 49. But now he's certainly got his 50.
Yeah, well deserved 50. He worked out for it. He came under pressure when the 2 wickets were out. He's looking nice and solid from the first ball that he faced. Cracked outside off. Punched through. Excellent innings.
Back cut finds the gap. That is glorious batting Look at that footwork. And he placed it to perfection. This is a spin masterclass from Nasir Faraz.
Well, one thing is for sure, you don't feed him outside off if you're a left-arm spinner. He'll punish you 2 back-to-back. He's getting these boundaries at will. What a player, Nasir Faraz.
Well, now the shoulders have dropped for 7 Districts. The run rate pressure is off from TVSL because of this man's special effort. Quick single taken there. Even Mohammad Sagir Khan cannot stop the flow of runs.
The good part about Nasir Faraz that he is still quick between the wicket. He's having that eager convert ones into twos, which is a good sign when you're batting over 50, where you tend to be a little lazy.
No need for runs after that flurry of boundaries. 82 for 3 at the halfway stage. Well, this match is fascinatingly poised. 82 for 3, chasing 137. TVSL seem to have a firm grip of the game and fascinatingly poised into the com box alongside me now. It's Abdurrahman Tariq. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja. And Nasir Faraz, well, take a bow, young lad. What a knock. Under pressure, 5 for 2 in the first over. Abdul Ghaffar steaming in with that brand new ball. And he has made light work of all the 7 district bowlers.
Well, he's most certainly a batter of the highest pedigree. A youngster from the northern areas of Pakistan in KPK. And he's certainly catching a lot of attention. I saw him for the first time late last season. His clean hitting ability against the spinners. But tonight, he's shown temperament, he's shown technique and glorious footwork. Meanwhile, it's plan B for 7 districts. They're taking the spinner out of the equation. And they're turning to Shahid Nawaz coming in from the academy. And no, it's young Mohammad Sagir Khan. Down the leg side. And it's gone through the hands of Farman. They will scamper for a wide and a bye.
Well, youngster against youngster. With a point to prove, Mohammad Sagir. Jawad Ghani will be on strike now.
Yeah, he's a combative cricketer. He will compete very hard. And Jawad Ghani, well, the senior statesman of TVSL, he's read the match situation like a book.
But he's very intelligent, Jawad Ghani, especially in run chases. I've seen him play some brilliant knocks coming in at number 3 or number 4. And as you said, reads the situation really well. He knows Nasir Faraz is playing good cricket. He's batting well. He's enjoying himself. Just take a single, get on strike. And when he's on strike, the ball is going only one direction, and that is towards the boundary.
Well, short and wide. And he rode the bounce and just cracked it over point. Beautiful shot. Absolutely brilliant execution. No chance for the offside sweeper. This man is single-handedly taking the game away from 7 districts.
Well, they haven't learned the lesson, the 7 districts bowlers. So strong square of the wicket, Nasir Faraz against spin and fast bowlers. That's what you need to do. Bowl it a bit full. But not beat the batsman on down the leg side. An additional wide.
Well, he's trying too hard here. And with that, the runs are leaking. Trying to bowl very quick. Trying to hit that base of leg stump. Required run rate has come below 5 now. 90 for 3. So very much bossing the game now, TVSL. And slashed away. And burst through the hands of deep third. Another boundary.
Well, Saghir Afridi, one of the more experienced players in the 7 district lineup, will be very disappointed with that effort. Should have stopped that from going for 4. You're only defending 43 more runs now.
Well, now it's becoming very, very difficult indeed. Gone for 12 already. Only halfway through is over. Nasir Faraz has put his foot down. He's accelerating. And picked up over cow corner. What a hit that is. Tiger Woods would be proud of that swing.
Ball coming into him. And it doesn't matter because that timing is unbelievable from this youngster. Hard to believe. He's not even 20 years old. I think he's 18 or 19 if I'm not mistaken. But he's batting well above his age grade, that's for sure. What a shot.
What a discovery for the UAE domestic scene. Nasir Faraz, remember the name. Outstanding knock. 70 of 34. Full toss. Well, he missed out. Gets a toe end of the bat there.
Well, even with that single, Nasir Faraz is batting at a strike rate of 200. The scorers in our com box helping us with those stats. Look at that current run rate, 9.32. And just need less than 4 runs and over to win this game now, TVSL.
And it's good to have an experienced player like Jawad Ghani alongside you. Just nudging the ones and twos. Very expensive over from Saghir. Gone for 20 and plenty. 102 for 3.
Those are the highlights. This Nasir Faraz batting masterclass. Started off with some crisp cover drives and took a liking against Abdul Ghaffar, who picked up 2 wickets in 1 over. But that is his strength right there. His footwork, his use of the crease against the spinners, rocking on the back foot, getting on the front foot as well. Shots all around the park. 71 of just 35 deliveries at a strike rate of 200. And again, we have to remind all our viewers that when he went into the bat, the score was 5 for the loss of 2. The captain, Mohammad Haider, is coming to bowl. Gentle medium pace. And maybe that's the formula right there. Maybe it's the captain's day. Can he replicate what Saqib Mahmood did with the ball? Again, gentle medium pace. Jawad Ghani not risking any aggressive shots at the moment. And just on cue, he charges down the wicket. And outside edge beats the keeper. Well, the captain is disappointed. But I tell you what, I don't think there's any wicket keeper in the world who could have gotten a glove on that.
Oh yeah, he's really bust a fuse there. Well, that is the frustration. It can build when the game is not going your way. 31 needed of 51 now. 2 good deliveries to start, but then that streaky boundary. Jawad Ghani 9 of 11. Just looking to occupy the crease. And
Again,
perhaps belted down the ground as well. That's a top shot.
Well, it's a 50-run partnership of 26 deliveries. And Jawad Ghani has scored 13 of those in 12.
Well, it's been the Nasir Faraz show. And Jawad Ghani playing a supporting role. Oh, big full toss down the leg side. Good stop at short fine. That saved a certain boundary. Mohammad Zamir there.
Oh, very lucky. The bowler, Jawad Ghani, was charging down the track. That's why that full toss probably not called a no ball. Very close to that waist height.
Nelson on the board then, proving to be unlucky for the men in grey. Hit hard, hit straight, but towards that long on fielder. Not a great over from Mohammad Haider, but not the worst either. 112 for 3. Further left arm spin for Nasir Faraz and Jawad Ghani. It's Mohammad Zamir coming back into the attack from the academy end. Well, this man has been absolutely rock solid against left arm spin. That has certainly caught the eye tonight, Abdur Rahman.
Well, not just against left arm spin, against spin of both kinds. Even took a liking to Mohammad Farooq, one of the best leg spinners in the circuit.
Yeah, it's no easy task to smash him out of the attack. Very impressive. It's like a coming out party for Nasir Faraz tonight. Playing such a big innings. We're just in the first few weeks of the domestic season. Plenty more can be expected from him throughout the months.
Failed in the first innings, just got the 6 against IGM. But he's made his mark, and I'm sure he'll make that number 4 position his own.
Yep, for sure. And when you have Muhammad Nadeem opening and Ali Abid at 3, that's a pretty solid looking top order for TVSL.
Well, good on the TVSL captain as well to send him in at number 4. Jawad Ghani, Shahbaz Ali, as you mentioned, Waheed Ahmed as well. Some top order batsmen. Oh, it's in the air. Could he get a wicket? Jawad Ghani has gone. Saghir Afridi is never comfortable against the high ball, I can tell you that.
Well, he's just about clung on for dear life. Trying to sweep, genuine top edge. And Mohammad Saghir Afridi almost made a meal of it. Just held on. And that will be the 4th wicket down. Zamir gets his man. Jawad Ghani gone for 14. New batter coming in is the all-rounder Shahbaz Ali. He's another clean striker of the ball. But required run rate just a tick above 3. You don't need clean striking. You need clear thinking.
And this is probably where I would have sent in Fayaz Ahmed, the left-hander. Just shake things up a bit, left-hand, right-hand combination. And he's so experienced. Fayaz would have given good company to Nasir. But Shahbaz Ali, no mug with the bat. Maybe they want to finish this game off quickly. Again, a very, very tough group. Net run rate will play a key role in who qualifies for the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Abdur Rahman. Oh, trying to cut that away. For once, he misses out on a square cut.
Well, that's a rare sight. Keep that replay in the bank. It's a rare, rare sight that Nasir Faraz has missed a cut down to third man.
Steps out and flays it towards that offside sweeper. Easy one. And Shahbaz Ali, he's a big hitter of the ball as well.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja. This is the first time I have seen this happen. A left arm spinner bowling, and there is a deep third man.
Well, that just tells you the quality of Nasir Faraz's batting tonight. He has taken plenty of runs in that region. Shehbaz Ali goes downtown, long on, takes an excellent running catch. Mohammad Saghir lets out his frustration, and Shehbaz Ali with a golden duck.
Well, the experiment has failed and failed miserably. First ball, no sighter, goes down the track. Mohammad Saghir was late off the blocks, but managed to hold on. The 7 districts team, well, they will still believe. Half of the TVSL side back in the dugout for 114.
So Waheed Ahmed and not Fayaz Ahmed sent in at number 7, perhaps giving opportunities to the younger members of the side. Oh, inside edge, past the keeper. He had no idea where that ball had gone. 115 for 5 at the end of the 13th. Right then, 115 for 5. This game has suddenly gotten interesting thanks to a flurry of wickets from Mohammad Zamir, Jawad Ghani and Shehbaz Ali, two experienced campaigners, cornerstones of this TVSL franchise, throwing their wicket away. What's going to happen now, Abdurrahman?
Well, the first thing that's happening is the 7 districts captain has put his thinking cap on and brought in his pace ace, Abdul Ghaffar. This is a good move. If they can get another wicket here, things will become very interesting.
Well, if they can only get Nasir Faraz, he's not on strike right now. Waheed Ahmed will face, but plenty of pace and fire from this man indeed. Let's see what he can produce for the men in grey. Down the leg side. Perhaps brush the pad. No, it's given as a wide.
Well, Waheed Ahmed at that stage was in danger of getting bowled behind his pads.
Have to be very precise with where you stand against this man. He has the ability to swing the ball into your pads and across you. Excellent fast bowler, played plenty of first-class cricket back in Lahore in Pakistan. And he has that pedigree. He has that match-winning ability.
A change of angle. Now coming around the wicket. Will target those stumps.
Waheed Ahmed fending at it, straight to backward point, and he would have been gone. His goose would have been cooked if Saghir had struck there.
But he had given up. Waheed Ahmed had given up, and the only thing that could save him was the fact that Saghir has missed the stumps by a whisker. Very, very unlucky 7 districts.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. When it's your day, you'll bang that right into the base of the stumps, and the other days you miss by a hair's length. Still creating pressure here. Exciting conclusion to this game. Oh, he was very late on that one, Nasir Faraz. Beat him for pace.
Well, a tired looking shot. You can imagine he's been batting for 13 overs. Was in the field for the first 20 as well. Maybe some fatigue settling in.
Yeah, it's been a very humid evening here in Dubai Sports City. A lot of perspiration. You can just look at Abdul Ghaffar himself. He's breathing hard, but still giving it his absolute all for the side. What a champion fast bowler he is. And he can make things happen in his final 2 overs. Just nudged away, glided away to deep third. That's the right approach. Look to get off strike against this man. Waheed Ahmed, he needs to be smart here. No fancy stuff. You have the game well in your grip. Required run rate is just 3 runs per over. Do not make any calamitous errors that can give 7 Districts an opening back into the game. They do have wicket-taking bowlers like Ghaffar, Farooq Moment, Zamir Abbasi, Mohammad Saghir. Don't give them a sniff. Oh, he's tried a fancy paddle there. Well, that was probably the worst idea he could have come up with.
Well, you're being very kind, Ahmed Khwaja. Abdul Ghaffar streaming in, probably high 130s. And you're going down on one knee and trying to paddle him over the keeper. Probably the worst idea in the history of worst ideas is the right thing to say here.
Well, that's just senseless cricket. Even if you had nailed it, you could have easily smashed the ball into your own grill with that angle. Try to play straight here, young man. He's drilled it. Good fielding at mid-off. Farooq Moment, outstanding fielder, had to make that stop. So just messing with the bowler's mind, but Ghaffar, very experienced. Keeping it full, quick and straight. If you make any mistake, you might hear the death rattle behind you. Very good over so far. He's only conceded 4 runs. Making it tough for the TVSL batters, asking the right questions. Will they be able to respond? Oh, look at that. It's hit the bat. Goodness me, the periscope was up. And that could have gone anywhere.
The only thing that saved him is the fact that third man was deep. Had no idea where that ball was going, Nasir Faraz. And you're batting at 76. Well, the only bowler that can do that is Abdul Ghaffar. Finishes a good over. But a wicketless one. 120 for 5 now TVSL.
Well, at one end you had the fire of Ghaffar. Now you have the trickery of Zamir. Beautiful cut shot once again. And like Abdurrahman mentioned, there is a deep third man for a left arm spinner. I have never seen that.
Well, it's just the class of the batsman. That's all you can say. He's found that gap to perfection 4 or 5 times. That's just the safest thing to do now. Give him the single, get the new batsman on, see if you can get a couple of wickets in a cluster. That's the only thing that can save 7 Districts.
Waheed Ahmed, big hoik across the line. Square leg was in the circle. It's been squeezed away. Did get a hand on it. Saved a certain boundary. They will pick up 2 though.
Well, every run will ease the nerves of the TVSL batting dugout. Fayaz Ahmed, Umar Arshad, both padded up.
Yeah, 14 needed of 34. Surely you shouldn't be losing the game from here. You still have Fayaz Ahmed, like you mentioned, in the dugout. Extremely experienced. Sajjad Malook as well. whipped away towards cow corner, and that will hit the fence.
Well, I can understand the deep third man for Nasir Faraz, but for some reason they've not changed the field for Waheed Ahmed. That should have been a regulation stop for deep square leg.
Yeah, some of these fielding changes and field settings make no sense at all. I think it's just that they've given up on the game. 10 needed of 33, and this will make this group very, very interesting indeed for the next week or so.
Yeah, rude awakening this for 7 districts. They were on cloud 9, 2 wins in 2 games, beating the fancied IGM side in the process.
Well, it just goes to show you cannot underestimate anyone. Waheed Ahmed stepping a bit too far away. That kept a touch low as well. So he's looked pretty adventurous with his stroke play. 9 of 7 so far. And like you mentioned, beating IGM, they must have had a false sense of security. That has been certainly shaken. Struck in front, but sliding down leg. That was mighty close. Even Zamir knows it though.
10 runs needed. One more delivery to come in this 15th over. As you said, just the heads dropping. I think they know the writing is on the wall. We've seen weirder things happen though, Ahmed Khwaja.
We most certainly have. But I think they need to re-examine their batting order. Certainly needs to be tweaked. Waheed Ahmed goes big. Long on, settles underneath it. And it's another wicket gifted by TVSL. Another senseless shot.
Well, senseless is the right word. 10 runs needed. It's all about batting practice from here. You don't need to finish the game off if you're not middling the ball. Waheed Ahmed has thrown it away. 127 for 6 now, the TVSL. Well, Pakistani players getting some photos with the 7 districts coaching staff and the fan following. Such an amazing facility this, as I'm joined by another superstar who's had his own share of selfies with his fans. Abid Ibrahim, welcome.
Well, you were talking about me. I was shocked. Yeah, I was looking at the mirror. Asif Ali, I was thinking you were talking about him. Well, thank you so much, Abdurrahman. I'll take that.
Of course. That's the King Babar Azam, Asif Ali. But they're not as important as you, Abid Ibrahim, especially in the UAE domestic circuit, that's for sure.
Nowhere close to it. Well, Abdurrahman, I don't know what you need. Look at that. The people have called him out. The fans have called him out to come to take pictures with us. He was on his way to the bus and he stopped halfway and came for the picture. What a great down-to-earth personality, Babar Azam. Lovely, jolly person.
Yeah, definitely. 2.5 hour training session in this heat. You want to get in that cool bus as quickly as possible. But it's the fans that make them the stars. Abdul Ghaffar comes into bowl his last over and he's bowled him. Sajjad Malook was bowled first ball. And Abid Ibrahim with 10 more runs to go. Do we have a surprise on our hands? Is there a twist in this tale?
Well, indeed, that looks to me. They are taking the game super light and they are paying the ultimate price. Sajjad Malook going on a golden duck. The only man they're hoping is right there in the center is Nasir Faraz, who's batting on 77. 127. That's a 7th wicket down.
Well, the new batsman walking in, surprisingly, is Ikram Janjua. Still no Umar Arshad and still no Fayaz Ahmed. Very, very surprising tactics this from TVSL. You want to send in your premier batsman here, settle the nerves down. The team, well, 7 districts is on a hat-trick right now. Wickets in back-to-back deliveries. And Abdul Ghaffar, well, he's a champion. 3 wickets to his name in this game already. Scored a couple of runs as well. He's having a very, very good tournament, Abdul Ghaffar. And can he turn the tables on TVSL? Another wicket here will make things very, very interesting. Abid Ibrahim.
Looking forward to this. Maybe Ikram Janjua can bring the change. They're 10 runs away from the victory.
Outside off stump. A good fielding effort. But the more important thing is that they've taken a single and Nasir Faraz will be back on strike. This is what TVSL wanted. Finally changing the tactics. Oh, can you believe it? Abdul Ghaffar, at probably the worst stage of this game, has overstepped and has given Nasir Faraz a free hit. 8 runs needed to win. 3 wickets in hand. TVSL could not have asked for anything more. Free hit coming up. Nasir Faraz hits it hard, hits it high. They could take the catch, but it will be meaningless. And this will be so disappointing for 7 districts. That was the wicket they wanted. Nasir Faraz batting at 78, not out. 15 boundaries scored by TVSL and 3 maximums. And between all of that carnage, they have lost 7 wickets. 130 now on the board. The left-hander will be on strike now. Abdul Ghaffar continues around the wicket. Interesting angle that to the left-handed batsman. Outside edge, it was in the air. Has that beaten the point fielder? Shahid Nawaz cleans up, but they take 3. And TVSL will now be 1 hit away from a victory.
Well, this is nothing less than a thrilling movie. The last 10 runs has asked the team to earn. And Abdul Ghaffar to bowl his final over. The problem of his overstepping continues.
Well, he's bowled 3 no balls, 3 free hits, and 2 of them in normal circumstances would have been wickets. Small margins in this T20 format. Outside off stump, another crisp drive, and they've not taken a single. Nasir Faraz looking at Ikram Janjua, asking him, why have you not run?
Well, a credit given to this young man who batted so well. He saw almost all his partners joining him and walking out. The Vision Shipping taking this game lightly. You're not a winner until the final run has been scored.
Absolutely. No Fayaz Ahmed, no Umar Arshad, 2 recognized batsmen in this lineup. Short ball, he's guided it down to third man. Is that the game? No! Mohammad Saghir is still fighting for 7 districts. What an effort.
Well, that's a rare side now. You see the team is almost losing, but then you give you 200%. Putting your body on line. What a jump, and saved a certain boundary. That's nothing less than a superhero.
Well, with just 2 runs needed, I dare say this game is now done and dusted. I called it about 5 overs back, and then the momentum completely shifted. Nasser Faraz, unbeaten on 80, deserves to hit the winning runs.
Well, is it this the moment? No, they take only single. So we'll go into the 16 over. And this has been a great fight back from 7 district. It's 136. They need only 1 run. The scores are level and 7 wickets are down.
Well, Abdul Ghaffar has completed his 4 over spell. 3 wickets to his name. Expensive in the context of the game. And Mohammad Zamir has picked up 3 wickets as well. Conceded only 27. Wahab Hassan picking up a wicket, giving away only 21 runs. And that's the big surprise right there. Mohammad Farooq bowling just 1 over. He gave away 10 runs. But as a leg spinner, you have to give your bowler a couple of overs to get into a rhythm. Just 1 over, 10 runs conceded, and he was taken off.
I think he was introduced late. Those 2 left-armers kept on bowling. They completed their spell because Mohammad Zamir was picking up the wicket at one end, and from the other end, it was containing from Wahab Hassan. And that would be it. Oh no! No, hold on. We are not over the line yet. That's a run out in the end. Goodness me, what is going on?
My guess is as good as yours, Abid. He was just walking and then he jumped right before the crease. But he's out by a yard and a half. Mohammad Farooq, we were talking about his bowling. Well, his fielding has been up to the mark. A direct hit. And Abid Ibrahim, Ikram Janjua has to walk back for 4. Can they pick up 2 wickets on 2 deliveries? That is the only thing that can save 7 districts.
Well, what a drama here. 2 more wickets, but I doubt that highly. Because the man walking in carries a huge experience. Fayaz Ahmed, the left-hander, who will be going in just to get 1 run and take the team over the line. But this has been unnecessarily collapsed. This should be a wake-up call for the vision shipping. Despite win or lose, you need to correct your things. The middle order has been completely crushed.
Well, the batsman walking in usually bats at number 4 and number 5. He's come in at number 10. The left-hander, Fayaz Ahmed.
Well, I highly doubt he was in any mood to bat. Yeah, tonight he wanted to relax, go home. But the occasion is asking him to bat. Can Shahid Nawaz pick a wicket and make this game more exciting?
Wide outside off stump. He flashes at it, very lucky. Fayaz Ahmed not to get an edge, and Shahid Nawaz very lucky that he didn't get the middle of the bat. Everybody is in the circle.
Not an ideal situation for a new batter to walk in when you have all 11 men into your ear shouting and putting the pressure on you.
Well, we're only in the 17th over. So this is a good run chase in terms of their strike rate. Oh, it's in the gap and he's finished it off. Fayaz Ahmed, cool, calm. And he's driven it through the cover region to finish off the game.
Well, he knew it, he can do it with ease. The experience he carries. Well, that he could have prevented that collapse if he would have come up to the order. Join Nasser Faraz. What a knock this has been from the young man, Nasser Faraz. I've been mighty impressed with this great knock with around 200 strike rate.
Well, a big question mark on the batting order from TVSL. Saqib Mahmood, Mohammad Nadeem started off the innings. 15 for the captain, Mohammad Nadeem, second ball duck. Ali Abid, first ball duck. And then walked in at number 4, Nasser Faraz. The last man to stay at the crease. Jawad Ghani gave him good support, 14 of 14 for him. And then look at that collapse right in the end. Shabaz Ali, first ball duck. Sajjad Muluk, first ball duck. Waheed Ahmed, 9 of 9 deliveries. Ikram Janjua, well, at least he batted with a strike rate of 200, but 4 runs for him. And Fayaz Ahmed finishing it off with a boundary. But that knock right there at number 4. What an innings from the youngster. 81 not out of 48 deliveries. And the bowling card, well, it was just the left-hander show. Abdul Ghaffar picking up 3 wickets, the fast bowler. 2 in his first over. And then Mohammad Zamir, well, he had a quiet spell, didn't concede a lot of runs and picked up 3 wickets. Wahab Hassan on the other end, 1 wicket as well. But those 3 bowlers right at the death conceded too many runs in their 1 over spells. And that was the difference right there. Look at the partnerships. 3rd wicket partnership of 55 runs. And then after that, a 40-run partnership, 50-run partnership, beg your pardon, for the 4th wicket. A mini collapse. 13 extras, 3 of them front foot no balls. And those free hits costing the 7 districts dearly. 2 catches taken in those free hits. So there you have it. That's the match summary. Then batting first, 7 districts, 136 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs. Shahzad Ali, 23. Muhammad Farooq, 19. Abdul Ghaffar, 16 of just 10 deliveries. And Muhammad Haider, well, he struggled. 20 deliveries for his 13 runs. Muhammad Nadeem and Saqib Mahmood, the captain of TVSL, picking up 3 wickets each. And Ikram Janjua picking up 2 wickets for 24.
Well, in the end, the result favors Division Shipping. They won the game by just 2 wickets. They could have availed that opportunity where could have win this game by margin and worked on the net run rate. But that opportunity is vanished courtesy the collapse of Division Shipping's middle order. The one man standing tall, delivering the most, Nasir Faraz, been an exceptional here. Let's quickly have a look at the highlights. That was the first wicket, Nadeem, and then the Ali Abid walks out on the very first delivery, and this boy was in a tremendous touch. Anything pitched outside of was punished, lofted in the air, played all around the ground, and that 6 has surprised everyone from Saqib Mahmood. And we have seen over the time this cut from the back foot and from the front foot. The Faraz has been exceptional tonight. What a way to deliver. And that was the end for the captain. And what a great hittings from Nasir Faraz. He kept on toying with the left armers. And he's been absolutely unstoppable tonight. That area has gone for plenty of runs. And that was a brilliant hit on the onside.
Yeah, the 20 runs coming off Saghir's over, setting the tone. And with that wicket, 7 districts thought they were in with a chance. Waheed Ahmed throwing his wicket away as well. Good catch from Saghir. The field placing was a very questionable, and a lot of boundaries conceded from misfields. In the end, they took 3 very quick wickets that run out, surprising us all just at the end. Then Fayaz Ahmed, the cool customer, hitting the last boundary and finishing the game. So there you have it. 140 chase down. Tomorrow we'll be back for game number 12, Valley Boys versus the Pindi Boys Defenders, live from the ICC Academy overs. That's us from the Combox. We'll go down to Ahmed Khwaja, who's with the match referee, to give the man of the match award.
Test. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyX.net ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022, powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly, we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We would also like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor SkyX.net, our official streaming partner FanCode, and our event partner TCM. In the 11th match of the tournament, TVSL has defeated 7 districts by just 2 wickets. Commencing ahead, we'll now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And the player of the match can only be one young man, Nasir Faraz, for his innings of 81 not out. Outstanding performance by the young middle order batter. Played with a lot of class and a lot of control, taking his team to victory. नासिर, आपको पहली बार मैंने पिछले सीजन में देखा था एक्साइटिंग टैलेंट है, लेकिन आपने टीम भी बदली. पहली बात बताएं, यूएई की क्रिकेट आपको कैसी लग रही है?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करूंगा जिसने यहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस करवाई. और यूएई की क्रिकेट मैं जितनी इजी समझ रहा था उतनी इजी तो है नहीं. पिचेस अच्छी हैं यहाँ पे, आपको टाइम करना पड़ता है, ज़ोर से मारने जब जाओ तो नहीं लगता. तो माशाल्लाह ग्राउंड्स अच्छे हैं, काफ़ी अच्छा इन्वायरमेंट है, बड़ा मज़ा आ रहा है.
वैसे हमने देखा था कि आप फास्ट बॉलिंग को अच्छी मारते, लेकिन आपने जो आज स्पिन के खिलाफ खेला है, जो आपने अपना फुटवर्क यूज़ किया है, ये तो बहुत ही लाजवाब था.
देखिए मेरी कोशिश यही होती है, मैं 4 नंबर पे खेलता हूँ तो फुटवर्क पे मेरा ध्यान होता है. मैं काफ़ी दिनों से काम भी कर रहा हूँ उस पर. नेट प्रैक्टिस तो मिल नहीं रही, लेकिन फिर भी वो फुटवर्क स्टेपिंग वगैरह मैं कर रहा हूँ. तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है, रिज़ल्ट आपके सामने.
137 की रन चेज थी, 5 पे 2 आउट हो गए, फिर आपकी पार्टनरशिप लगी, फिर एकदम से धड़ाधड़ विकेटें गिननी शुरू हो गई. आपके माइंड में उस वक्त क्या चल रहा था?
देखें, जब मैं और जवाद भाई खेल रहे थे उस टाइम 2 आउट थे, तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप 100 पे जाओ. मैंने कहा नहीं, अब इतना आगे आ गए हैं तो हम कोशिश करते हैं जल्दी फिनिश करें. तो उसमें विकेटें जाती रही, तो इस वजह से बस आखिर में फिर मैंने कहा कि अब जवाद भाई को मैंने कहा थोड़ा इनको बताएं कि अभी थोड़ा सा स्लो खेलें, तो मतलब मैच ही चेज़ करने काफ़ी है.
और ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड आप किसके नाम करना चाहेंगे?
ये मैं अपनी वालदा को डेडिकेट करता हूँ, जिन्होंने बड़ी दुआएँ की हैं. तो अल्लाह उनको लंबी ज़िंदगी दे और खुश रखें.
बहुत ही आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस नासिर, वेल प्लेड.
थैंक यू, जज़ाकल्लाह.
Well, that was the humble and exciting young talent of UAE, Nasir Faraz, with an outstanding performance taking TVSL to victory. That's all from the post-match awards ceremony. Join us tomorrow for more action from the ICC Academy Summer Cup. We'll see you then. Good night.